Then it goes a little something like this. All know how to. All
Yeah, drag. Yeah, drag and tear.
And you grab the record and you do it.
Welcome, it's the Industry DJs podcast. Welcome to the Industry DJs. Let's talk about the real, let's get to the facts. Welcome to the Industry DJs. Let's talk about the real, let's get to the facts. Check. Come on in, grab some headphones, relax, grab a seat. Let's talk about beats, the word in the streets, how you hustle, struggle to make ends meet, so you can cop them tools that made you elite at your craft. Lead, walk us down that path. Teach teach us how to math, how to get that bag for the record. Oh wait, everything is digital. Techniques are pivotal, the game is getting critical. Oh my God, and we ain't talking biblical, political, but how the scene is getting cynical. It's typical for phenoms to act some way. The reciprocal is people who cast that hate. Let us debate for the people who are now tuned in through a camera's lens. You are now zoomed in on the podcast, taking over the grid with Val Do It Like This and DJ T Kid.
All right.
Check.
Industry DJs.
You can't hear yourself?
Let's talk about the real. Welcome to this
Check.
You can hear yourself, right, V?
Can you hear the music?
DJs.
A little bit?
Let's talk about the real. Let's get to the facts.
Go ahead, do the intro.
Oh, okay. Welcome to another episode of the Industry DJs podcast.
I just turned it down. I got you. You good?
Welcome to another episode of the Industry DJs podcast. I am your host, DJ T Kid. This is my host, Al Do It Like This, who's helping all our guests right now.
There we go. He got it. He got it. He got it.
Oh, wow.
Let's do it one more time.
Welcome to another episode of the Industry DJs podcast. I am your host, DJ T Kid.
I'm your co-host. I'll do it like this.
Oh, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode here. You can check us out on your favorite streaming platforms, Apple, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and the Anchor app. You can check us out on live every single Monday on Facebook at the Industry DJs, also YouTube and Twitch at the Industry DJs. Woo, that's a lot.
Yeah, no shit, right?
It's a lot to say.
But you already memorized it, bro. You say it in your sleep, I heard.
Right.
Hey, whatever.
Check.
It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest in the building. Please help us welcome DJV in the building. Thank you for joining us, man. This is actually this is gonna be a heartfelt, serious podcast. So
Okay.
so let's put that out there right now.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Real quick, Al, you want to go through our weekend?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Go,
You start.
Can you start, please?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Club karaoke Wednesdays at Adobe. Friday. What the hell was that on Friday? I was at Underpass for Mike DJ Mix because he got surgery, shoulder surgery. So I had covered him over there. It was decent. And then Saturday I had a wedding. Shouts out to the couple. No.
I'm sorry, Al.
2 years, huh?
Wow.
2 years?
3 years.
No.
3 years. 3 years. We were going on 3 years.
Today's my daughter's birthday, actually.
Happy birthday
to your daughter,
2
bro.
years old. I have four kids. She's
okay.
2.
Nice,
today.
man. Well, congratulations on the
Yeah.
kids and happy birthday to your little girl, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What's
What's wrong with you today, bro? You nervous?
Go ahead.
She's more stable than
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
right now.
I'm not. Go ahead.
You're not stable. We
I
all
am
know
stable.
that. We all know you're not stable.
All right, you were Underpass
See?
on Saturday. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Sunday I had a meeting at Days of the Dead over at Rosemont, and we got some big shit coming up. So other than that, man, that was it. It was a pretty chill weekend for me.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
I needed a break.
All
I need
right.
to chill because come next month is gonna be I'm slammed next month for the next 6 months. I'm booked. I'm booked up. I'm booked, which is a blessing. Definitely a blessing. How was your weekend, Alex?
Thursday, I was at LG's in Old Town. Friday, Happy Camper Old Town as well. Saturday, I was back at Club Escape on the south side. So
Nice.
Sunday, I was also at Hacienda Suarez as well. So
Yeah. Them streets are getting crazy, man.
yeah.
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 Shouts out to unfortunate the 15-year-old that got killed on downtown
That's
on
crazy.
Saturday. That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
But that's Chicago for you.
All right. V, what'd you do this weekend?
All right.
I have a wife and 4 kids.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm a family man first, and then I was working on some stuff for DJ Funk.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a whole bunch of vocals. I was in the studio making some stuff, and I actually gave you guys the file. So
Sick.
Which we'll drop later on.
Yeah, I'm working on a special set for him. It's going to be on Sunday.
I was actually going to plug you might as well talk about it.
Go for it. Go
All right,
plug
so,
it in.
All right. So we're going to.
So while he plugs it in, people could hear it in the back. You hear your voice in the back. So go ahead as we're plugging it.
I'm going to have him plug the event.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're plugging the event.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, V. Go ahead, V.
No, so it's Sunday. It's, celebrating the life of DJ Funk, Charles Chambers, Park West. We got Godfather coming out, Traxman, Sluggo, Gantman, myself. Jam and Gerald's going to be there. shout out to DJ Cross for really getting everything together.
Wow.
Plan
Shout out
B
to Cross.
promos there. Yeah. So it's a big event. All the proceeds are going to Shantae, DJ Funk's daughter. And so we're hoping for a real big event, a real quick reality on why a party and not a funeral. From my understanding, he always wanted to have a party, not something that's sad. He was a person who liked to make people dance, so he actually wanted to have a party, not a funeral.
That's the majority of us, man.
Yeah,
I already, my last wish is I want my boys to come, and right next to my casket there's gonna be those 12s. So help yourself, man. I want it to be a party. I want fireworks. I want everything.
All right.
So rest in peace, man,
rest in
and
peace
our
to-
condolences to the family and stuff,
Yep.
and to you guys, and it's devastating. I know it's devastating to lose somebody on top of lose somebody that is a GOAT, to a lot of us, so, and we've lost a lot this past couple of years Terry Bristol, she passed away, and I mean Funk now, and then
Paul Johnson.
we're losing the goats.
Yeah.
When Dion passed, Funk reached out to me. He was sharing his feelings on that.
That's right. Man, that was how long? That was years ago.
Oh man, a couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, but it's coming down to like, we're pretty much losing a lot of the originators of the style ghetto house, booty house music.
Yeah. We actually we had Pamp, Pamp DJ,
Yeah,
or not
absolutely.
DJ Pamp, Pamp, looking for the butter. He's a good friend, brother of ours, and he's actually obviously the one who did the intro. And shout out to him and PJ on that one, or PW, sorry. And then he was talking about that on the podcast. That a lot of people aren't these new generations kind of like moving away from that stuff, because he made Looking for the Butter, and then they just pulled out Chicago Fire, which is slamming. And shouts out to 3J, Patrick Wayne, and Pamp, and that one, the Chicago Bulls took it, but
Right.
He said it, man. He says there's nobody that's there. I mean, Fast Eddie, they're all still doing it, but nobody's making anything new. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're trying to do as well, right? Just keep that legacy going. That's awesome. We have to. You have to pass down the torch to the younger generation, and if they're not going to take it, then it's going to be a dying breed, unfortunately. So we got to start, and shout out to, and we were talking about that before the show, Ice Spice and Kanye and all these guys are using those remixes, and Kendrick Lamar just pulled out, the one from Debbie Deb, and I mean, it's great to get that acknowledgement, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, man, you don't get that acknowledgement while I'm here on Earth.
So for the people who don't know what booty house, ghetto house is, like, before I want to kind of open up into what my perspective of what I know of it, like, what do you guys know about, like,
Booty house?
just ghetto house? Like, how did you guys get introduced to ghetto house?
Oh man, UC. UC. I'm not gonna lie to you. UC and a lot of the guys. I hung out with. I don't know if you've ever heard of. We call him White Chocolate now, but he's called DJ Pound. DJ Pound is. We were with Top Rock. Top Rock back in the '90s, and he was the only guy at that time playing juke music, and back in the '90s, and with all the guys, Sluggo and all of them, and absolutely phenomenal DJ. And he's still rocking the decks, man. And he's actually one of the ones who introduced that type of music to me. I've heard it in the past, but I was new to it. So, and then I just like he did, I fell in love with it, and I tried to incorporate it, but because that was his specialty, I kind of stayed in my own lane,
Okay.
and like who that was, back in the day we are specialties, you know what I'm saying? So we just did what we did. So but he introduced the juke and the hard house to us, and it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
What about you, Alex?
I mean, I grew up listening to it. I started hearing it in the radio. So like WGCI, they used to play it a lot during the mix shows on the weekends.
Oh yeah.
GCS. So what year is that?
He wasn't even born in the 90s.
Like in the 90s. Like, yeah.
If you
Late
don't mind me
90s.
asking, how old are you?
I'm 41.
Damn, bro, you're old. Holy shit, bro. We got grandfather in the house.
Stop it.
I'm almost 50, bro.
Yeah.
I'm almost 48, bro. So I got
Nice.
you. Don't worry about us. Everybody looks at me like, who are you calling old, dude? I'm older than you, so don't worry about it. Call myself old.
So I heard it on the radio again. GCI used to play it a lot. I heard a little bit of it on what was it, V103.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? No. Did they?
A little bit.
Really?
Not as prevalent as GCI, but I heard a little bit. Because you had DJs like Bulu Master that were playing like
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that,
he was playing. I mean, they're
he was playing more house, but
right. Yeah.
You know, once in
more
a while
of the Crystal
there's
Waters and stuff like that.
once in a while there's mix shows, you'll hear him slip that in and stuff like that. So.
Right. You said slip that in.
What you mean?
No, just slip it in.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because the origins of like from how I got introduced to Booty House, Ghetto House, was very different. It was real different. Like the first thing is like for anyone asking like why DJV? Like why am I here to be able to talk on the life and legacy of DJ Funk? Like what is it so special about me that was given that opportunity to do so? You know, and like the first thing is like I would like to say, like you never really. It even took you guys some time, even you, to kind of go through my stuff and go, wow, this guy is actually pretty.
Hold on. Before you say anything,
Yeah.
Cross is in the building. I just wanted to throw shouts out to Tom. Congratulations on the Chicago Blackhawks thing this weekend.
Yeah, that was badass.
That was dope. Yeah, he was dope. Gold DDJ, dude. That was dope. He was on the gold DDJ, bro.
Yeah, I saw.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
It's-
That was dope. Hey, just curiosity, Cross. Was he standing on a platform? Because he looked pretty tall behind there. I don't know of any tables that are that. Yeah, Tom's he's a pretty small guy, dude. I'm just
I know
saying.
he is. We
Did
had him on the show.
Did you have a DJ Urge problem or DJ? You know,
We had him on the show. Stop
Urge,
it. Leave
Urge.
that man
Hey,
alone.
where's the top of the case? I need to stand on something.
Leave that man alone.
I
short.
use it.
Do you?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, stop it. For real?
I forgot what nightclubs had one. There was
Yeah.
one that you get on top and you were like DJing on top of the platform. I forgot
It
which
was
one
usually the covers to the turntables or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it is what it is.
I remember those days, bro.
But shouts out to
He
Tom.
said it-
Good
he
job,
said
bro.
it-
Good
he
job.
said a platform. He said that.
Nice.
Good job.
All right.
Sketch in the building. What's going on? You want to throw shots at everybody in the chat real quick?
Was DJ Cross, Chris Lara, DJ Rampage.
What up, Lara? Rampage, what up, bro?
What's going on?
DJ Nito, what's going on?
Nito.
J Roby, DJ Shock, Peter
Damn.
Ramos. Yeah, DJ Envy's in the building too. So
Oh God.
Sweet.
Oh God. Oh,
there's a
God.
lot of people tuning in.
That's awesome.
So real quick,
Shout
B,
out to the brothers.
how did you? And then we'll obviously we're gonna bounce around. What's up, Gladdy? But like
Dookie.
how did you meet up with Funk and establish this relationship that you had?
Yeah.
Well, before that,
okay.
let's go into the original
Yeah.
DJV. Let's hear about him, and then we'll get into that. We'll segue into that because
I have a lot of questions.
right.
for you.
Okay. Cool. We'll save that. Let's go to the
what's
legacy.
what's going on, DJ Pound?
Before we do it, let's do this. Like, let's just try to get it out there because there's a lot of questions like why DJV, why Victor? Like, of all the people in the world, it's not going to be someone that might be known like a Gerald or it could be a Sluggo. It's going to be V right now. So first of all, both of you, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here.
Of course.
Thank you for
Actually
being
speak
here,
on
bro.
Something so close to my heart.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for being here.
DJV was that person in the background. It's kind of like, that.
The ghostwriter.
Yeah, ghost producer as well, where he would entrust me with his beats, his music, his vocals, where I was able to grab this and create something brand new. But before all of that, I just want you to know that there's really a good reason why I've been given the opportunity to be here. Like I'm a real, and we'll talk a little about how spirituality comes into this as well, because Funk was real spiritual. He was a real spiritual guy.
Yep.
And we had the opportunity to, before his passing, have real deep conversations. And so I believe that I've been given the opportunity. Stephanie found me to be a part of the event.
That's awesome.
Cross ended up reaching out to me saying, yo, why are you being mentioned? And I still believe that my platform or my point of view has never really been told.
Right.
From like Billboard would talk about DJ Funk, or let's say when DJ Rashad passed away, Shy Boogie. Like there's a whole bunch of people who are part of the house history.
Yeah.
But I literally am a part of that small ghetto house juke environment that's never really mentioned. Right. Like if you look up DJV, you'll find some guy from UK, garage,
Australia,
techno, something, and I'm like, that's not me.
No, because when I was actually when I was making the post for today's show, and I was tagging DJV, a DJV from Australia popped up, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. And so Yeah, so I'm that person in the background who was able to do something for Charles, and I do believe that I'm going to do my best to continue to push that forward, and we'll go deeper into how everything else unfolded from that point. But I'm not just somebody talking because I was given a lucky chance.
Yeah.
I believe he made a right decision in trusting me to be somebody that worked real close with him when it came to music, and that's pretty much how I believe my information is really useful.
Yeah, it was a blessing for sure.
Yeah.
It was a blessing for sure. But all right, so let's start off this whole thing. How long have you been DJing for?
I started back officially in 2000.
Wow.
My first gig was Club PM.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I remember that.
The sororities or the fraternity was having some kind of party, and then I got booked for like just college parties.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome. And then what was your claim to fame when you started?
Well, see,
Music.
Yeah, so the origin of how Vialgo and DJV, I'll give you a real quick rundown because
Cool.
I really want to focus on funk. Like,
Okay,
I
cool.
told him.
Well, in order for us to figure out
right.
How to get that timeline done, that's why I wanted to go into you, and then we can get into
Yeah.
Because
Yes. So okay. So
I don't know you like that, so I'd like to know.
The reason I met funk because I created a company called North Star Entertainment.
I remember that.
This was
remember that.
before it was big. This was a DJ crew. We did small parties, kind of like what you're doing now.
Okay.
But just us kids, we're
Yeah.
just like high schoolers. My brother Miguel, he's the owner of Dat Slush now with Bowtender. He took over North Star. He did something that no one was able to do. He got with Rhonda Don, L.O. Manny, and he created events, massive events.
Wow.
So we were booking DJ Markski, DJ Caffeine, Mix and Mark, DJ Smurf, Submerge 101, and we had this massive event, this huge event at Industry Nightclub back in when it was open. And we sold out the entire club. It was so packed. There was, I think, 3,000 plus people waiting outside, going in and out, and Funk showed up that day.
Wow.
So that's how I met him.
Oh, cool.
I was DJing. I came downstairs, went to the stage. Funk was there. We took a picture together, and I gave him a CD of stuff that I'm working on. So I was producing progressive music with ghetto house samples.
Right.
So I was just sampling. I was just sampling ghetto house with progressive. This is back in the day, like 2002-ish. And I gave it to Charles, and then we had connections now because obviously we're the ones doing the event. He wants to be a part of the event.
Right.
And then a phone conversation of him saying, "Hey, I want to meet you," into the studio.
Wow.
And then being able to be there, have a conversation, go back and forth, and then it just unfolded from there. Like,
As Drake says, God.
He saw something in me that I didn't see in me.
All right.
So
Well, you were doing something completely different at that time, man. You know, I mean, you were putting two totally different genres, of two totally dance styles and everything together, and you made it work. So I mean, yeah, that was a unique thing, man. That I like I said, Alex, let me hear your unreleased track with him, and I stopped in the fucking. I was cleaning the house. I stopped. I was like, holy shit, that's dope. And I even said to him, I was like, that's a blend. And I said, he's got that art. He's got that that juke and. Kind of house, and then into progressive, and it was like it was dope. It was like a whole bunch of flavors together, and you made it work. So shouts out to you on that. Where'd you grow up at?
Logan Square.
Oh, Logan Square. Okay, Northside.
My mom still has a house in Logan Square. It's on.
So your mom's rich. Got it. Okay.
Stop it.
No, not Logan Boulevard. See, people they think Logan Square, Logan Boulevard. No,
Yeah, with all the mansions
It's
and
on
stuff?
Ridgeway and Fullerton.
Well, there's.
It's like next to Avers.
It's like
That's fine, bro.
Like
Dude,
it's like
it's-
border.
let me tell you something, bro. I go to that Puerto Rican restaurant right there at the corner, right there on Kimball. So I'm in that area a lot, man. That area
Yeah.
has changed big time.
Yeah.
It's changed. It's nice. It's real nice.
Yeah, Logan Square.
Yeah, definitely. It's a melting pot now, by the Mega Mall.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So you what school did you attend to, if you don't mind me asking?
Calvin Park.
Okay, cool.
KP.
Oh wow, KP. Wow.
Ghetto.
Yeah.
Came from the ghetto.
Really?
I have a song. It's called "Coming from the Ghetto." Shy Boogie was on that.
Oh wow.
Look at the iTunes.
Damn, you've worked with some of the
Yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
greats,
It's,
man.
Coming
Holy
from the
shit.
ghetto.
Wow, man, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Wow. When was that produced?
Back in 2013. It's released now. I mean, it's on iTunes. Again, this is all stuff that I have out there. That's
Right.
just not. It's just tucked under the rug. It's almost like I'm
Why?
here to testify. I have no
Why?
idea why.
Because you know what? Pam said the same fucking thing. Look at all the shit that he's got, and he's got it out there too, and just nobody hits. Nobody hits on it. Everybody keeps going to looking for the butter and the stuff that he made. You know, Chicago Fire. Same thing with you. I mean, it's like if they don't hear it, it doesn't slap them in the face. And this shit's badass. Some of the stuff that he made was dope, man. I mean, I'm dying to check out. How big is your catalog?
Man, like 45 songs.
Damn. That produced, huh? Wow.
And so another thing is that I released another album that I had to take down because Charles was like, yo, you got to take that one down. It was an album, and I believe this is the one that really took them far, like real far. So like in 2011, I dropped a thing called Jukalicious for DJs Only, where I had...
I remember that.
We had this like session where he just gave a lot. And so I was like, yo, man, let's put it out there, right?
Right.
And when I put it out there, it got, I guess, into the right hands, really.
Right.
Because he got sampled all over the UK, all over the world.
Right.
And that's how he got into Booty Bounce with GTA. He got into Booty Clap with OK in California. Like, these are tracked vocals that just went so far.
Yeah.
In that time, in 2011, he was mad. He was pissed off. But...
Why?
Because it was kind of like we didn't really have, like, this... agreement to do that. Fully,
got you.
Right?
Got you.
But I respected it and I took it down. But then, again, right before he passed on the phone, he's like, look, V, like, I want to apologize, but I want to thank you for putting it out there.
Yeah.
Because of that, Paris opened up.
Yeah.
Because of that, like, my music went so much farther.
Yeah.
And people would pay him for his voice because of what they were able to grab the small amount.
Right.
And then he eventually got his name on with GTA because it wasn't even his name.
Yeah.
And in fact, let's go into some of the music he's made. So Ghetto House, right?
Yeah.
This is a debate amongst anybody in the game. Where did Ghetto House come from? Right? Where's Ghetto House come from? Chicago, right? And so the thing is, Dion.
Just like house music came from Chicago.
Right,
I
exactly.
don't care what anybody says. It came from Chicago. Freestyle questionable.
Right.
First, because they were doing that shit in New York too. You know, I think they hit New York. Freestyle hit New York before here.
Right.
But there's that argument.
So Dion and Sluggo had an interview where Dion's like, yeah, it came from this side of it, right? It was like the South Side versus West Side conversation.
Right.
Funk said that he came up with it, but it was like this kind of like the house music thing, like New York, South Side was the Tupac Biggie type of thing, right? But realistically, when you look at the very first foundations of what we have for ghetto house music, his name was Barney.
Yeah.
Ray Barney. He was Dance Mania Records.
Yeah.
He's the one who said on the actual video that DJ Funk was the one who dropped Ghetto Tracks.
Yeah.
And his name wasn't even on there, bro. It was under alias DJ Number 1. Yeah. So that first is called Ghetto Tracks. It's not even DJ. It's him. Jam and Joe was on the track as well.
But somebody leaked it.
Well, no. Ray put it out there. It was under Dance Mania. You can get it now. Like, it's online. It's
No. But did he have the rights?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So there was no
but the
harm
thing
no
is,
foul.
but from that point on, you grab everything Dion did. You do everything that was already in the past with like the ghetto profanity. People began to ask for ghetto tracks.
Yeah.
And so from ghetto tracks, they asked Barney, "Hey, give me some of them ghetto tracks." What Funk did is why I respect him and I think we vibed is because he saw opportunity. And he's like, well, okay, let's keep going with it then. Let's keep making them booty tracks. Let's keep making them ghetto house songs.
Right.
And that's when he made Freaky Style. He made Street Tracks, and then he just went with it, bro. He blew it up out of this water. And to this day, his music is out there because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so right at this point, right now, this is the time that we're going to say thank you to DJ Pound for making these guys rich. Appreciate it. Thank you, DJ Pound, with 2 Ds. Shouts out to the Pounds because you made these guys rich. Good job.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
job.
because of the Time to Pound store.
Time to Pound store, and then this guy had juke tracks that Ray Barney, he dealt with him a lot because he even talked about that in the podcast when he was here. So he was like, yeah, you go in there, it was a fucking mess. The store was a mess, but Ray Barney would just give you a stack, and here you go, and he'd give you white labels too for free. Here, go ahead, start playing some of this stuff. So that was pretty cool. Ray Barney, unfortunately, he's passed too, right?
No, I think he's around still.
Really? Oh, wow.
Don't they have like a Dance Mania festival coming up or something like that? I didn't Google that. I could be wrong. But I know there's a Dance Mania party happening next week, actually. 30 years of Ghetto House.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Ava Music.
Okay.
Ava Music
Yeah.
Hall.
See, I mean, again, back in the days, there was. It's not classified now. Like now, you got a house just generated to 18 different different
That's what it
genres
was.
now. And same thing with juke back in the day. Some people would would call fucking Dajé juke. No, it's not juke.
Right.
I mean, because because they had that hard house beat, but it was
Right.
like a more hard house, Right. Versus that was the problem you guys were having. That's why he came out with Ghetto.
So Ghetto House, Booty House, and then what really blew it out the water was Work It by DJ Funk. Where it's right in the beginning, he says, if you don't know what ghetto style is by now, I guess I have to break it down for you. And then it goes, and he plays the Billie Jean beat, and he comes in, Work It, DJ Funk, and he's doing his thing. So it's like that really just took it even further. And I think we really connect, and this is important for like why I work with V. We connected because when I was exposed to ghetto house music, it was the B96 mix matches. Where I was showing you that.
Right.
Eddie B. House was making these local
Oh
mixes.
wow!
Remember
The local mixes.
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah, shouts out to the
Wow.
house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we grew up together. I mean, I was with them a lot.
Wow! Wow! I haven't heard that name in a minute,
Yeah.
but yeah.
DJ Payback, like so we had all these tapes
Yeah.
that we would listen to.
TZR.
But what we didn't even know is that they would actually sample the Booty House anthems. They were sampling like a good 3.5 minutes of DJ Funk stuff. No wonder why it sounded very similar. What Bobby D did is he came in, grabbed all this, and made his own mega mixes.
Yeah.
And so I'm influenced by Bobby D, by his not by him personally, but his techniques, with a little bit of DJ Funk. And then you grab Euro dance, you grab progressive, you grab ghetto tracks, hard house, and you come together and you go, this is my project. That's how we connected, for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, you're doing something on a different level we've never seen before. Like you're grabbing UK, Euro, pop, progressive, and then you're doing this hard house, Chicago, ghettos. Like you're merging them together.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And it just works.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, technically, it's his formula. So we're not going to sit here and say that every ghetto house DJ has the same style. They didn't. To this day, DJ Funk has a very specific style of how he produced music.
Right.
It was very mega mixy of like he'll have like a phrase here and a phrase there, like back into it. What? Put your back booty work.
Yeah.
And it's like this interesting, like almost
Thanks for the DR4.
him cutting in and out.
Yeah.
You know,
Samples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is that we didn't use like splice. We didn't use the loops.
Yeah,
we were sampling each other. So like,
Yeah.
let's say you came to my crib and you're like, "Yo, bro, check out this kick." I'm like, "Yo, that's dope. Let me grab that." Or, "Hey, I like the way you said jump." So you grab that sample and then I use it over a track. Like we were just sampling each other, and in that process, it was a real problem with the origins of ghetto house because people claim I made it or you made it or you did it, and so that's where all of that problem still like remains of like where is the original ghetto house. And so the fact is this: DJ Funk never said I'm gonna wake up and make ghetto house music.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. He made music, house music. He was really diverse. He made techno music, he made acid house
did.
music,
He sure
he
did.
made a variety of music even to this day. Like, or not day, but he has a library of stuff that no one's heard. Maybe you've heard a couple of stuff, but he's made music that's still unreleased. And it wasn't just juke, like pump it up or work that body. It was like real music that he actually took his time to produce.
I never knew that. And that's awesome that you said that, like Euro and stuff like that. I mean, so he was diverse in his creations.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
and-
I never knew that about him. I thought he was just juke.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's where we come together.
no.
We come together because it's like man, V, you made a little bit of a pop-ish kind of. I like that. But then you came back with some like so. It's a combination of what I was able to do with the stuff. And so, sometime around after we released my first, I was DJV Algo. So that's
Yeah.
probably why people couldn't find me. I was DJV Algo.
remember that.
Sounds Italian. Sounds Italian.
I remember that because when I added him as like on my phone, my contact, it used to be DJ Vialgo.
Okay.
So
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to find him.
Yeah.
That's what it was hard.
Yeah,
It
DJ
was hard.
Vialgo. And so
Well, see, that's funny. And sorry to interrupt, but on that record, and we're going to talk about some of these records, and thank you very much for hooking me up on that. But that one says DJ Vic on it.
yeah.
So-
So that was Funk Signature.
Right? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, his first one had his signature where it said DJ Funk, and they just stamped it on all the other records.
Right.
I remember, I heard about that. That was cool.
Yeah. So I meet Funk. We met at the club. I go to his place. He invites me for a first session. I give him some more music. Then he goes, okay, let me go to your studio. So it was a small place in Logan Square. It was like smaller than this, bro. Regular dynamic microphone, nothing fancy. And then he's over there saying, I don't know, an hour worth of stuff. Just like, pump it, work it. And that's when I was like, yo, man, do me a favor and say, say this and say that. Can I curse on this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I was
as long as your kids aren't
so
on here.
I was like, say fuck face down.
Yeah.
Fuck face down. And from that part, just more ideas started coming out. And I was saying, say that, say this. I sampled all this stuff. Or not sampled, he gave it to me.
Yeah.
And then I began to work in the lab. I made a couple of tracks. He took 2 of them for himself. And when he left Dance Mania because of whatever, it's all, business, man.
Yeah,
Politics, business.
Politics, right.
He created Funk Records. And I have the privilege to be on his first record under his record label.
Wow.
Like, that was a massive privilege. He made Pop That Thing, Booty Clap, Fuck Face Down, and then he put Percolate This.
Okay. I just found that record too. And I got that. I just found that. I was like, I completely forgot about it because it's percolated, but it's flipped. It's flipped. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so from that's when after the release of that, I came back with like another session where he just sat there and he pressed record and he began to talk and began giving drops. My girl at the time was there, gave him a drop, and then he said, "Here, like I got a surprise for you." He gave me a CD with every kick, snare, drum, cymbal from his Roland, from the 909, 707. A massive library. Yeah. And he's like, at first I'm like, what is this, bro?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. He's like, no, because I'm converting into the digital world.
Right.
So I can't, I gotta, extract it. So he goes, here, I'm gonna give you one, bro. So at first I didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was literally giving me the official beats of house music.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is how we made the entire
the Holy
thing.
Grail right here.
The Holy Grail. Like, I'm giving you the everything clean.
Yeah.
Normalized.
God just gave you a Bible. Yeah. That he wrote.
There was no zzz, it was just crisp.
Yeah.
So my library right now is all of it. So now I go home, I'm like, what am I doing with this? And then I start playing with my machine, what he gave me, and I created Jukalicious.
Wow.
So Jukalicious came out.
Thank you for segueing to that, because I was gonna ask you what was your inspiration behind Jukalicious.
I love the beginning of it too.
Yeah.
That was dope. That was really dope.
It tells you a story.
Yeah, the whole intro, but the way he put the filters on and the girl's voice in there, and it just to me in the beginning, and I said this would be dope. This was almost like a beginning to a badass EDM concert where you see all these visuals and lights and everything, and then that bass hit and that just hit, and I got a sub sitting right here, so he was like, "Damn, it's a little bit too loud, bro." I was like, "Fucking rock that shit!" Just dope. It was dope. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And so I produced Jukalicious. I show Funk. He's just blown away. It's almost like Booty House Anthems, which he sold 1 million copies, by the way, which really made Ghetto even bigger. He's like, yo, we gotta work. Like, okay, we're working. This is it. And so he grabbed a good portion of that mix. He put into Booty House Anthems 2, and it really pushed him out the water. It was just massive. A couple of people who knew me personally were like, yo, he kind of put your stuff on his stuff, and I'm like, it's cool. Like, I didn't really care. I was a nobody, bro.
Yeah.
I'm DJ Vic.
Yeah.
I'm DJ Violgo.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm DJ V because Funk, when he released, before he pressed the record, he's like, we got to change your name, bro.
Yeah.
Violgo's not going to work.
Yeah.
He said Vilalgo.
Yeah.
DJ Vilalgo. I'm like, no, it's Violgo. And I got pretty mad because my dad gave me that name.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Victor Avia Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So it's not Vilalgo, it's Violgo.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't do it, Vic. I can't. Yeah. So I'm going to call you DJ Vic. I'm like, no. And we sat down in the studio, and he said, okay, give me a name. And I said DJV because my keyboard is a DJX keyboard, a Yamaha.
Yeah.
My first keyboard ever. And he's like, yeah. He goes, but promise me you always keep the letters together. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like RCA, like DMX. Keep it together.
Yeah.
So to this day, every time I tell people, yo, make sure my names are together, it's not because I'm picky. It's because Funk said, can you make sure you always put the name together? Because it's going to work.
Yeah.
And from that point on, I was DJV. Everything I made from that point on was DJV. So.
And what year was that?
Man, 04.
Okay. Okay, so this is your 4th year into
and I was making mixtapes on the street called For the People.
I remember that. I got that mixtape too. Oh my God, volume 1 and 2.
And then I was at volume 4, and that's the first time I'm like, yeah, DJV. And I was like, I was DJV.
Yeah.
That was it. I was DJV, and I was ready for that whole transition. And to this day, I'm DJV because of DJ Funk. Without DJ Funk, sitting there saying it's not marketable, it's not going to work. DJ Vic or it's something else. And then we made DJV. So because of that, I am DJV. So when I now that we know that my name is literally given, he goes, okay, now I'm gonna give you all my stuff. How does that sound? How about I just give you all my vocals? So he sat there, he turned on his CD burner, and he was just playing acapellas of like DJ Assault. He was giving me Tracksman stuff. He was just giving me stuff like, man, I got this. He was just giving it to me. Like, I'm like, yo, it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Let's go. And so by him giving me this library of stuff, he entrusted me with being able to take ghetto music, ghetto house, juke to the next level, to the point where DJ Rashad hits me up and he's like, yo, we got to work.
Yeah. No
so
shit.
He got into my studio. Him and Shy Boogie came together before he passed away, and Rashad came in, and me and Shy Boogie there, I showed him the how I made Jukalicious. I was showing him my samples, everything we had. They got on the microphone and they laid down vocals, which no one's heard.
Yeah.
It's on my computer.
All right, you take that hard drive and put it into the bank vault. That's it, bro. Because that thing's it's priceless. I mean, you're talking.
It crushed my heart because I made "Coming from the Ghetto." Yeah, we coming from the ghetto, and that's Shy Boogie who made the Juke Jams.
Yeah.
And so we have these hit records out there, or I would say vocals that he has, and somewhere down all of this, man, you know, people got booked. Things happened, and I was never given that front and center. That's DJV. It was always like, oh, it's funk, and so behind all that, I never really got that.
Mm-hmm.
That man, come over here, like it's my guys, it's T Kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like whatever. So fast forward, when Funk called me up, we became real distant. I don't even know why. It wasn't even like I didn't not try to call him.
Yeah,
we just off the map.
Yeah.
That's when you call me, just started opening up. He was like, first thing he said is, V, it's good to hear you, man. And he's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like, well, for what? He's like, I should have took you with me, man. Should have took you to Paris with me. So, yeah. And there was so many times I'm like, man, I want to record you. And I'm like, but I have so much respect for you, bro. I go, let's do a podcast. I need to get you on the podcast. He goes, V, in good time, we will. It never happened, man. But we spoke, man. We spoke for hours, like 2-3 hours, like just. And I had 3 kids at the time. We would just start talking. He would start venting. He would just start telling me everything about the nightlife, how dark it is. Certain like parties he went to where he's like, V, promise me when you make it there before the whole P Diddy shit. He's like, promise me you don't go through those doors, man. There's stuff in there you don't want to see, man. It's real, Vic. And this is before P Diddy. Like this is like he's telling me there's parties of like guys doing stuff and just drugs, and it's pretty wicked, bro.
Yeah,
it's really, really dark, deep conversation.
I remember
that's like some of these after hours here in Chicago, bro. Back in the night. Hey, I'm dead ass, bro. I used to DJ some of those after hours. Trust me, my friend.
I did one in
I
did one in 2010 and
2010. No, we're talking about it in the 90s.
I
bro.
know, but I did one in 2010, and let's just say that I was a little taken aback as what I saw that happened there.
I think that's why
it was a little extreme.
Yeah, that's why I think I don't like body odor now.
I'm trying to make light of the situation. People think it's like people.
No, it's bad.
If it's like people talking about details of a Diddy party, with the shit that I saw in 2010 is a little bit worse than.
No, I mean, some of this stuff, become deadly and addictive. Unfortunately,
I've
people
from just listening to you for like the past 5-10 minutes, I got like, so many questions for you because I remember and we briefly talked before we started the show that when I was trying to book DJ Funk for Scores in Harwood Heights, he was busy. This was 2021, so the man was busy. That man was like touring and traveling all over the place, and I didn't get a chance to book him. But we still kept in contact, and pretty much what you were saying too. When we would talk for like maybe 2-3 hours at a time. He would let me preview tracks and stuff like that that he was working on and stuff like that. I just find it fascinating because this man is a legend.
Yeah, but he all came from the streets, man. He came from where we came from, and he never forgot about that.
Of course. And this man was.
That's how funk was, though.
This man was a legend, and then from what V was telling me, I'm like. It's like he blew up, and it's just I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say at this moment. But it's just like
he left a legacy. Let's just put it to you that way. He left a legacy. I mean, unfortunately, life is life, and we're all gonna, see those pretty white gates.
It's just,
and unfortunately, it is what it is.
For the industry, because I know the pod itself is like the industry DJs. I'm not sure how many people, come to the pod and say, what are you guys going to give me? This is a conversation that is really kind of deep about the addiction, about what we see out there, bro. Like, people want to just go, I want to go out there and DJ. Yeah, but do you know what happens when you get caught up in the DJing? Do you know what happens when you go into the studio and you can't produce a beat? So you start grabbing a bottle of your favorite tequila or vodka, or you get your blunt. Like, do you know how you get into? Because here's the thing: being a creative is very difficult.
Yeah, very.
It's like here's a blank white wall, paint it. Like just throw paint, and then it looks like crap.
Right.
But then if you make a masterpiece, how do you do that again? Well, I ate this that day, or I did this, and you have some kind of addictive or some kind of substance that kind of pushes that forward.
Right.
And so what happens is, you don't go into a flow state naturally. You start looking for other outlets.
Right.
And that's how Avicii passes away with the alcoholism. That's how people get caught into drugs and substance abuse. Like, you
I was
get
there, bro.
caught.
I did it. I got caught, and I talked to you about that.
We talked about it on
bro.
the show.
I
Season 1.
started hanging around with the wrong people, and I thought it was cool, and I fell down the rabbit hole, bro, for a while. I almost lost everything, but I had, if you need that support group, and I had it. So.
Yeah, to any new DJ, like in the beginning, it was Red Bulls.
Yep.
That's all it took was Red
Bull.
Bull.
It's addictive.
No, but it was good.
Yeah.
Then it was Red Bull vodka. Then it was Red Bull vodka.
I'm sorry to cut you off. It's interesting how you say that, because this one here, season 1, almost every show where we did in season 1.
I have an addictive personality though.
I know, but like season one,
that's
season 1, and when we started the show in season 1 and part of season 2,
I wasn't addicted.
every episode you had a Red Bull.
Yeah.
1 or 2 cans.
No.
And I had some concerns about
right.
that.
No. I have an addictive personality.
That's better than the actual, like,
I know Red Bull vodka.
No.
straight up bottle of liquor, and we're just chugging every sentence.
But in a DJ's format, I'm gonna be honest with you, hitting that stage yeah, correct, is high. It's addictive in itself. I mean, brother, you get that, and it's a wrap. And then you get people that want to be your friend and hang out with you, and dude, it's you're on cloud 9 at that time.
Yeah.
So I get it. The whole thing about a DJ is that first crowd, that first party that you rock. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's. I'll never forget the first party I ever did, and it was a school dance, bro. It was a school dance, but I was addicted. I was hooked. I was hooked from there.
So so like another good example of like the addiction is, so like here's a quick try to jump into this creative world, because my wife, she makes music as well.
Okay.
And I was trying to explain to her what it just dawned on me. I'm like, yo, I never saw it like this, right? So here's a real situation. I go into the studio, I make a beat, I make a song, it sounds badass, it goes great, and then you go to the club, they feel it, great job, we have a song. But then you go to the lab again to make music, and nothing comes out.
Oh yeah,
and then you force these melodies out, and you force the productions, and you go and you try to master everything, and then by the time you press play, it sounds like nothing.
Right.
You're like, what is this?
Right.
And so you just spend 8 hours of your time trying to produce something, and so there's nothing there. So
8 hours.
You go to the club, you DJ, you vibe out, have a couple of drinks, and an idea enters your brain. You go straight to your home, you go to your phone, or however you did.
I remember this. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
No, because I remember when I was on your show, the DJV show, a couple of times. I remember like you just had like a good creative space when we actually did the show. Like, you had a bunch of ideas that you wanted to talk about, and I loved it. I'm sorry,
So you get the idea, you go home, you lay it down depending on how fast you can get to the studio, and then you start coming out with stuff, and then turns out you make another hit record. And so you go, oh, that's the solution. It's going to the club, maybe getting a couple of drinks in, coming back to the studio and working, so you bring it home with you.
Right.
And so then I do a shot of Absolute Vodka.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the studio and I'm trying to vibe out. I'm trying to be a part of that scene you talked about.
Right.
That rush. Oh, yeah, I close my eyes. I see the club. They're jamming out and I'm buzzing. And then nothing comes out.
Right.
And you're like, what's going on? Like, why isn't it happening? And so you get frustrated. And then another 4 hours go by. Now, here's the crazy part. You have a girlfriend. You have a wife. You have kids. You have responsibilities.
Yep.
The tax man wants his money.
Absolutely.
The landlord wants his money.
Absolutely.
So what's happening? Oh, you can't be in the lab that long anymore.
It's called
You
stress.
have to fast forward the process. So we think, at least from my personal experiences, that by having a quick double, triple shot of something, I'm gonna produce something.
It's gonna get your juices flowing.
And so what ends up happening is it works for a little bit, but then you get lost in the addiction. You get lost in the alcohol. You end up being there for like 8 hours and you're just drunk.
Yeah, you're drunk. You have a.
You're high.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so you end up having to hear the knock on the door. Your rent's due.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, you got to pick up your kid. Oh man.
I forgot.
And so we as producers, even DJs, I don't know how deep you guys make mixes, but you gotta leave your world to go face reality. And that is why most of the time, at least for myself, I get caught into like the hookah or the drinking or into the substance, even though my responsibilities are on the other side.
Right.
So do you see why some DJs have to fall into that? It's like Funk, he would call me and it was like, it's not that he was just trying to like desensitize.
Right.
He was vibing out.
Yeah.
When I met him in the studio, we weren't just like, oh yeah, here's weed. We're Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. No. We were vibing out.
Yeah.
We came together, had a couple of hits, we had a couple of whatever drinks, and we tried to make music. But by the half of the session, nothing produced.
I was about to say nothing happens.
There was nothing.
No results.
We were talking about like politics, or talking about like just something on a whole different level. We didn't make anything.
Yeah. Right. It was
And so-
more of a hangout now.
Right. So
Yeah.
the dangers of being an industry DJ is that you're gonna have to cut some time out of being in the creative world and being in the real world.
Right.
And a lot of DJs today can't balance them both. It's like that's why your business is the DJ life. Like
Yeah.
like you have to create the business of making the mobile DJ services.
Right.
So you kind
Keeping
of
the
combine
client
it,
happy.
but that's still not, because then you got I have a wedding going to, and I got to do a playlist. It's still prep.
Yeah.
So what happens is, sometimes we use substance abuse to the wrong. We get lost in that addiction. So to anyone out there who's drinking while they're DJing, gotta be careful, man.
I mean, I do that. I do that. And 99% of the DJs out there are gonna drink to get the fucking edge off.
Not me.
You know what I'm saying? You're full of shit, dude.
I don't
You better
drink-
stop it.
First
You
of all-
stop. I don't want to hear it. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. You're not an alcoholic. There's not a drop of liquor in your house. I get it.
Okay.
And I don't see you on a Monday or Tuesday at the fucking bar. So you're okay. You're in the clear.
You're
in a bar. You're in a bar. I get it. That's fine. It's like saying a prayer when you're in church. I get it. All right. But then, unfortunately, he's talking about the addictive. You're not addictive.
Okay.
You don't have that addictive personality, but you do drink. So don't lie.
I don't drink to excess. I know you just said that, but
I just said that,
I know.
and I said you don't drink to an excess, and you don't
But
bring
you
it home
don't-
with you.
okay.
He's talking about a whole completely different thing, and a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, at the time, but there's always that fucking come down, and that come down is it could be traumatic.
But
because
what I'm
it
trying to-
also brings depression, and it brings everything. It brings all your ghosts out that closet.
And we talked about this
And
too.
unfortunately, and now not only that,
talked
now
about
you're
this
fucking up
too.
your family life. You're addicted to drugs. You can't produce shit to make money anymore, and it really messes you up. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been down there. I've been down, and the depression is killer. I get it. I've been there. It's real. It's a real thing. I get it.
And I
I've been
think
there.
that's what really separates a lot of DJs from being able to have that lifestyle. It's like, I wish, like I'm gonna be a major DJ like Calvin Harris or David Guetta or whoever, Chesto, but then you're trying to be that person while still trying to live in reality. So for the industry DJ out there, you're gonna enter a game where it's not gonna always be win.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's
and
not.
you're gonna get lost. And then another point, because it's all coming down to the core of DJ Funk. So we would make these projects, and even my computer now, 1.5 minutes or 45-second snippets of stuff.
Right.
You know what we have right now? A library of computer full of 2012, 2011, 2008, 20. Like, we have these folders with incomplete projects.
Yeah, 3J and Patrick Wayne said the same thing.
Incomplete projects.
They got shit that they've been worked on 10 years ago, bro. That they, you know, and they haven't released.
They haven't revisited.
Yeah.
And then you do revisit it, and you go, "What was I doing?"
They said the same fucking thing, bro. They said the same thing. Pam said the same thing. I mean, you know, there's some really shit that you go in there and you know you get that. You know, I get a vibe at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I'll come in the studio and I'll just start messing around and figuring out shit. But when I was making mixtapes, and that's why I had to stop. I have OCD. Bro, I'd have everything on that 4-track right there back in the day. And, dude, I'd go and listen to it again. And back in those days, I used to put it on the tape. I couldn't hear it in the studio. I had to go ahead and cruise around for a little while and see how it would vibe in the car. And I'd take the tape and throw it out the window.
So I have a DJV question.
Well, you want to sit back? You can
Go.
I have a DJV question
go.
before I
You got it.
You could
You're good.
actually hit that knob, turn that knob.
And you can move forward. He's good. He's good.
Okay, so so I have a DJV question because you just mentioned something a little bit when especially when you were talking about the industry and the downsides and the dangers of all that stuff.
Yeah.
So was that like part of like was that part of the reason why like you pretty much like took a hiatus during that time?
No, DJV had to go because I was well, I mean, yeah, I drink all the time, but I had to do I had my first daughter.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't want to lose her. So I had to choose between being a responsible father and being a DJV.
Well, okay.
That's it. It's that simple. Like you have your first kid or you have nightlife. Like, well, I'm gonna. So in the beginning stages, but it wasn't because I just dedicated my life to that. It's because there were people we didn't work out. Me and the person, and so we were struggling to see what's going to happen with her future. Luckily, you know, she's with me now. But we split it, by the way. I respect the baby mama. She's really cool. Point is, I had to do that.
Yeah.
Because the lawyers are like, you're gonna lose this one. You have pictures all over the place. You're gonna lose it, man.
I understand.
So,
the reason why
that was it.
The reason why I asked because you know, I've known V for a very, very long time. We may not talk a lot, but I've seen this man work.
Yeah, I heard his work.
And this man was like a hustler. I mean, I can't even use the word hustler. There's like a word that, he was a workaholic almost. And you were like on it all the time. And then during early 2000s, that was like the time where like how people were working in house parties. Juke music was a big thing and all that stuff. And you knocked out Jukelicious Side A. You knocked out the mixtape IE Tracks Volume 1 and 2, For the People Volume 1 and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know, this man was doing it and he was making his name out in the industry and stuff like that. That's why I said this man was a force to be reckoned with. But then like he took a break. Like it just went like, to me, it went like silent. Like he fell. Like he pretty much.
No, it was 100%.
Like he like dropped off the face of the earth.
I didn't fall off. I jumped off.
Yeah.
I jumped. Like I'm like, okay.
So it's like seeing you at the club in the next, that was it.
But he was still someone in the industry, but he just wasn't as active as he was before.
Yeah. So and then the other thing is that,
and then that's when he started working on the production side.
Well, no, I've been producing since 2000.
But what's the word I'm looking for? Like he was still making tracks and he was working with funk and stuff like that. Right. That's what I was trying to get.
But he was in the background.
In the background, right?
Only when he kid. I got it.
Right. And then so but the thing is I was so invested into DJing and producing that was my life. Like that's all I did every day.
Yeah.
Like I had the honor of to be Monday through Thursday. Well, it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday had off, and I DJ Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that was my bank.
This man was working.
Back in the day, $675 went a long fucking way.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
This man was
so
working.
I was $675 a week.
Yeah.
For DJing.
Yeah.
For what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Because back in the day we had like featuring 100 DJs.
Yeah, right.
So you had like an hour set, maybe maybe 45 minutes set.
Right.
He was working was working all over the clubs. He was working with a lot of promoters and stuff like that. He was just working, and I'm like,
that was my bread. That was my way of living.
Let me ask you a question, because I'm when you were doing those events, were you going and again, this is after the fact that you were working with funk. What was good and put on those flyers? DJ Vic or DJV?
No, it was DJV. It was always DJV at the top.
So it's DJ and then V next to it. So it's DJV, like the initials?
like RCA.
Yeah. Okay.
DJV.
Cool. Got it. Okay, that's what I was. Because I mean, I was working in those, weird, Decache and all that other stuff back in the days, man. And I mean, 720s.
Because even that was divisive. So Frank Monroy V5 is one side, and you have the other sides of the. You had
Luis Ramirez. Yeah, you had Luis Ramirez back in the days.
Yeah.
You had V5 at the time. You had Pop Rock that was doing their stuff. Yeah.
There was always a battle, bro. There was always a war going on somewhere in the nightlife. Now V5 takes the crown. Unless I don't know. Maybe
Well, you know what?
and
no disrespect to anybody, but there's no more promoters like back in the day. It's not like that anymore.
He was fully invested.
Yeah, he was fully invested, right? Yeah, he was one of the first ones out there.
I remember telling him, "Can we make? I would love to create V5 Records, and I would love to be that guy that helps you in every project you need."
Right.
But he's like, you know what? I love the idea, but if you had a bar, there's Frank Monroy saying this. If you have a bar in mind, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Not too big. It's not my alley.
Right.
It's not my street.
Right.
So that really was.
Yeah, he wouldn't touch anything,
Yeah.
dude. It had to be big, huge.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
That was there was always a battle between like these events, but
Oh yeah. And when Blood and Kids was on, remember he told you, man. I mean, they were ripping flyers down, posters back in the day when we used to do the posters.
And then back, this was when technology was evolving because you would get the text message in the club. You would the text message to get into the club, or like you show the text at the door, you get $5 off at the cover and stuff like that. So this was during all that time.
So interesting. Before I tap out of like the whole what happened at DJV in a way, we were innovators. North Star was an innovator for a lot of things.
Yes.
Credit to LL Manny. Him and my brother would work together on a specific vision, and LL Manny was able to bring it out like immediately. He was able to just make this flyer, and our flyers were so impressive, so beyond. Even to this day, they're still unmatched. Like they were so amazing. And then we created the pool of having a variety of DJs. So we had like DJ Quick, DJ Nonstop, DJ Sticks, DJ V, and then we had like this amazing, almost like mixtape night. So it wasn't just like banda night. It was reggaeton. It was radio.
Yeah.
It was a mega mix live in at the clubs, and they did that. And so to this day, we're innovative. Like for example, right now. That DJ Funk flyer that was out there, I didn't make the flyer. DJ Cross found somebody to make the flyer. But what I did is I used my multimedia to make it to life.
Yeah.
So if you see the flyer,
I saw our flyer too.
DJ Funk is like moving.
Yeah.
He's dancing.
Yeah. Just like the one for the.
That's never been done before.
Yeah.
But I did that.
Yeah.
So there's these innovations that we did a part of nightlife. So it was never like. It was never something that I never walked away from entirely. I know for a fact I can walk in. I've spoken to, last time I spoke to Frank Monroy, he's like, the ball is in your court. Want to come in? Let me know when you want to. Like, I know the open door is there, but I do have a set of responsibilities, and it's not my bread and butter anymore. I found an outlet where I'm able to generate more income in a different way. But as far as music goes, now is the time I think we need to get together, man. Like, now we need to unite. Because we were talking about this earlier, like, Ice Spice has a song that sounds like Ghetto House. Isn't that WAP?
Yeah, no, that was that
has
there's some holes in holes in the house. Yeah,
that legitimately
that
is
Uncle Luke sample.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have
but that was
Drake,
sampled. Yeah,
Drake has a juke track.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah, didn't Bad Bunny have one?
Yeah, Bad Bunny has one, Cybertruck, and There She Goes.
So we're making more noise than ever before.
And you segue into a great question that I had for you.
But hold on real quick. There's a couple people that are in the chat. What's up, everybody in the chat that we haven't said hi to? We haven't touched everybody in the chat.
We've been talking to
shouts out
everybody.
to everybody in the chat.
So Shay Brooklyn,
Brooklyn,
DJ Nino Sketch, Marcos Mixon Vasquez. We have Jay Key in the live stream. DJ Royce, he's also on the live stream. So.
Royce, what up? And then there was one question before we have to go, or I'm sorry, into the next one. Somebody asked how hard is it to be a father and a DJ at the same time? How
many kids you have?
I have three. My oldest is 28. My little guy's 10. going on 25. So, I mean, my son was on the show. We had my son on the show. It was cool. Being a dad is the most awesome experience. Being a DJ and a dad is not, especially a busy DJ and somebody that's constantly, on the phone and on meetings and stuff like that. You definitely got to take the time to be with your kids. Working late and you Fridays and our biggest times are Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. What is happening on those family parties? Your kids want to go to their friends' parties, and I can't take you because I got to work. I got to be at this wedding, or I got to be there at 2:00 for setup. You know what I'm saying? And that really, you got to make that time for your kids, man. You have to. You have to, especially your significant other. And we've talked about that. We had my wife on the show, and she said that it's not the easiest to be with the DJ, but you got to be understanding. You have to have a strong personality and a strong will. And if you're gonna find that woman like you did, I did. Alex is still single. He's got cats though.
I don't have cats. I don't have cats.
But
pets.
You got to make that time. You got to make that time. It's hard. So it's not something that you have to pick, but you have to make it work together. It's not a 9 to 5. Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Ours is whenever to the time we get home. And then you're sleeping all day on that Sunday. You miss church, you miss the family party, you miss breakfast with your kid. You're and your wife, and it takes a toll. And that's why I'm not going to lie, a lot of DJs are single because of that, because they can't juggle, and I promised myself I wasn't going to be weekend dag, so whatever it takes, man. And it's not peaches and cream. It's hard. It's very hard. But you gotta stop, and you got to look at your child, and you got to be in their lives, talk to them. Talk to your wife, don't completely, and don't bring up DJing because she already let you do that. She wants to talk about other things. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So it's hard. It's difficult. But you got to make it. You got to make it happen. That's it. You just make it happen. It's nothing that I can explain because everybody's different. Everybody's different.
I was not able to. I'm still not going to I would never want to go into the nightlife again, especially when I have 4 kids. Mm-hmm. And I have my daughter. She's 2.
Yeah.
And then I have a newborn. She's 6 months. Yeah. And then I have 11-year-old and a 6-year-old. I would, and you know what it is, bro? It's just being straight up honest with myself. Yeah. That I'm addicted to drinking. Yeah. I'm addicted to getting lost in that vibe. Mm-hmm. And you can't do that.
No, you can't.
You can't. You gotta admit it, bro. You get a T-kid. You gotta admit it, bro.
Well,
he doesn't admit it.
No.
He doesn't.
But maybe this because maybe you don't get the luck that maybe me and Al had. Oh, okay. But girls, we knew how to talk to people at least. Yeah. We knew how to get attention from certain people.
It wasn't even about that. It was attention that you were getting. You didn't have to do it. It just fell on your lap.
Right, but we also know what to do with it. Yeah, but we know what to do with it.
Okay, I can't.
No, because that's when the Tom and Jerry fucking angel and the devil come on your show.
But now I'm married. No,
but before it was just like, damn.
But see,
and then you're all fucked up, and then you're thinking with the different brain instead of the top brain.
Right.
And unfortunately, dude, it's
your responsibilities are important. So that's my thing. I respect you for that because I see what you have here. It's a good setup.
Thank you.
You have a company. So
yeah, I like this entertainment.
As long as you're able to grab family, and it is the source of the reason why we have what we have, then it makes total sense.
Right.
But if it's I'm doing it because it's a hobby that I still want to keep alive. That's also pretty troublesome. And if it's I've always wanted to do it. And again, this is the struggle that I was talking about. That's why people rather close a door and then black themselves out to try to escape the reality of responsibilities. Mm-hmm. And that leads to a lot of trouble down the road. So I would say to any DJ, you, before you say I'm going to get married to somebody or do something, you got to first commit. What are you going to choose in the long run? Because look at these massive DJs. Are they happily married?
Or are they with somebody that's fake, like a Kardashian? They're just there for fucking face. Right. You know what I'm saying? No, dude. You see some of these beautiful women, and with these guys that are obese or whatever else. Yeah. Why are you with them? Let's be honest here. Or the young girl with the older guy. Come on, bro. For real, that guy's your great grandfather, bro. What the fuck are you doing? But they know what they're doing, and we all know what they're doing. you know, but they don't want to admit it. And we all know it is what it is. Everybody, you know. No, I love him. No, you don't. You're full of shit. You don't. I mean, it is what it is. That's none of my business. That's on them. But you see it. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, and some people don't do that because of the darkness that they wanna run away from.
Right.
Some people just get into it just to get into it because of stupidity. And unfortunately, they don't know how addictive it is.
Right.
And this is like everything in this industry is addictive.
Absolutely.
Everything. Buying equipment, fucking being the limelight, talking to people, watching people dance. Fuck, dude. We've had guys on this podcast that said, "Hey, why'd you start DJing?" "Oh, for the pussy." What? Really? That's some expensive ass that you're trying to get, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? I mean, you know, I did it for the girls. Dude, you should have went and been a part of your varsity football team in high school. You would have probably got better than that.
Right.
You know, what are you doing now? I mean, I just do. I just DJ just because I want to now. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Just,
But
to any DJ looking to like, all right, I want kids in the future. Unless you're like a record producer that's gonna have, I mean, and let's just be straight up honest on this one. Like, we're doing something big on Sunday for DJ Funk celebration. We're trying to get as much money for the family, for Shantae,
Right.
And to help in any way or form.
Right.
So just think about that for 1 second, right? Grab any other family out there that's trying to have a funeral. Like my dad, when my dad passed away, he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, my dad didn't have anything. What exactly are we doing when we're saying we're going to stick to this DJ life forever?
Yeah.
I'm going to be a club DJ for life. Okay. You do your math. You know math? Do your math. How many days you're playing times X whatever, and then times that by 52 weeks.
Oh.
And the day you're not working is a day you're broke because you're not getting passive income. You're not getting that gig. You're going to have to be there all the time. And so when do you plan on having the kid? When do you plan on being there for the child? And so these are real deep questions that the person needs to ask themselves. Like the firefighter gets a week off sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Or the cop gets a month off.
Yeah.
But what does the DJ get?
Yeah.
You take a month off, you're broke for the whole month, my guy.
Yeah,
Unless you have a hit record somewhere. But even the hit records aren't paying you a lot. Like, you know, I get distribution from Jukalicious. It's not thousands of dollars.
No.
Bro, like
You're getting pennies on the dollar.
Look at the YouTube influencer who's doing like the DJ shows, or whatever YouTube thing he's doing. He's getting like maybe $3,000 or $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's not enough to live in Chicago, bro.
No.
It just came out. $136K is what you have to make per
For an apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the
a
American
closet.
dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Chicago. Like,
Absolutely.
what are you talking about? That's more than $8,000.
Just to park your car on the street costs you fucking $20
month.
for a year, for
Right.
an hour.
Right.
I mean, come on, bro. Everything's super inflated right now, and I get that, and you're absolutely correct. I mean, you know, but you also got to keep in mind that you know.
So do what Al does, create the business, or do what Persist does, or do what DJ Spanish did. Arnold, you make the business, the DJ business, but really go in on it.
Right.
Like that's gonna be the best way to do it. You have best of both worlds. Like you have to combine both, and be honest. Like if you don't do a gig on Sunday, you just lost $500 or $1,000.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it
and
does.
so
It hurts.
I mean, the podcast is doing a good job of exposing this kind of information, because if you guys want to do DJing or production, know that Funk didn't leave a massive legacy.
No.
I'm not going to leave a massive legacy. My dad he owned a business. He didn't have anything to give us either.
Yeah.
It's like, what exactly did you leave behind?
Right.
You got to do the math, man. Like,
Well, actually, you're wrong on two of those, because you and Funk and a lot of these other producers did leave a legacy. You guys created a legacy.
absolutely.
You guys, I mean, dude, you took something that was brand new that nobody would ever think, that, you know, and just threw it out there and said here you go, fly.
Yeah.
And that shit flew.
Yeah, we appreciate
And it
that.
flew, man. I mean, you know, we appreciate it, man, because of you is why we're here. You understand? If you guys weren't creating that music, what the fuck are we here for?
Right.
You know? I mean, you know, and it was a music that actually hit generations, because I they're still playing fucking juke. I can still play funk, but here's the thing though. You can't play it out of state though. I mean,
see,
you can play
but
the
that's what's happening
samples
now.
Yeah, the samples.
Ice Spice, what they're doing today, they kind of just showed us how they were able to take it.
Right.
And so, well, thank you for that. Like Funk did leave a massive legacy.
you guys did, man.
He's the go. Like again, without funk, there's no DJV.
No,
100%.
Without Fast Eddie, without White Knight, without Sundance, without half these people, man. I mean, where would we be?
Right.
I mean, where would we be? I mean, fucking playing Hall and Oates. You know, back in the days, I'm dead ass. I mean, you know, back in the days, I mean, Duran Duran. That was back in our days. You know, you're too young for that shit. But,
No, too young.
You know,
What?
Erasure. Yeah, he's too young for Duran Duran. You know who Duran Duran is?
No.
And you're a producer? Shame on you.
Well, what is it?
Duran Duran was it was
What song
like
was it?
Hungry Like a Wolf. Like damn, what else did they make? I mean, you know, U2. I mean, you know, stuff like that. I mean, these are guys that, I mean, you know, fucking people sample off all the time.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you know,
as far as
stuff like
sampling
that.
things,
yeah, sampling.
like,
but that was back in our days. We're not gonna. That's why I said thanks to Funk and thanks to Nick or White Knight. I'm sorry, Fast Eddie, Sundance, Tyree Cooper. I mean, you know, DJ Dion, Smurf. I mean, all these guys. I mean, you know, Sneak. You know, shouts out to
Attack,
Sneak, yeah,
yeah.
Attack. I mean, all these guys. I mean, they paved the way for a lot of us
So we
in
talk
order
about,
for
like,
us to make
and,
their
and
tracks.
there's Jam and Gerald Milton, and then when you look at the history of even like the production of Ghetto House, I'm telling you, it's so beautiful what they did, and to this day, I still think my call is really of like, let's grab that team of people and we got to get together, we got to make music. We can't let these people take our style and just start putting it as their own, because these super producers are grabbing Chicago music.
A lot.
What was the Be More conversation you were talking about?
Earlier, so that was the thing, and me and him had a we call them not arguments but debates, okay? But I you know, with this, it wasn't necessarily Be More that I was talking about. I was more in the lines of Jersey Juke.
So when we,
and I
so,
think
Jersey
it
Club.
sounds yeah.
So
Jersey
when we
Club.
had-
I think it sounds like Juke.
So when we had,
I think, but Juke's been around.
So we had a
lot
discussion.
more.
We had a discussion, well, probably last year, and then when we had DJ Quality on the show, we
That's
got,
another badass producer.
We got his. We decided to get his little. We decided to get his 2 cents in. So
God, cool
and this
with it,
all
yeah.
start. So this all started when I made it. Well, I don't know how the conversation became between Juke versus Jersey, but I put a point out there saying that.
Because I said it.
Okay.
Because it sounds the same. You could.
He
you
said
could
it
blend
sound.
this shit.
He said it sounded the same. I
sounds
said
the same. It
I
sounds
said.
identical.
I say it didn't sound the same. So DJV, what's your
Yeah, it
take?
does.
Thank you.
I think no one denies it that and these are a couple of facts that when me and Charles were talking over the phone, because I asked him origins of everything. Like, come on, man. Like, we're here on the phone. We're always talking, talk. He's like, well, let's talk about a couple of things. Juke, because I was like, I got Rashad vocals. You know, like he's, in my opinion, the guy who took Juke a lot farther with Shy Boogie. Yeah, all that.
That's like the hat.
Just
right
Juke
there.
Jams, just that whole album, Juke Jams. And then so the he's like, he goes, Jam and Gerald. I still think like he was like one of the first Juke artists, because it was pump that shit up, pump.
Yeah.
The beat is do 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 do. You speed that up, you got yourself a good rhythm.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we've had this style out for a long time, and so Juke Ghetto House, Booty House, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Only they took it faster, 150, 160 BPM. Then we see Jersey and Baltimore, right? They got our style.
Yeah,
No one's going to deny that.
Yeah, Be More,
No
same
one's
shit.
going to deny the fact that they heard Midwest and they took it with them.
Yeah.
Same thing. I think Cascade was saying that. I forgot where he's from, but he took the Chicago sound with him.
Yeah.
So people took Chicago. They came to Chicago. They got something. And how's his Godfather? He'll be performing at the event on Sunday. He credits Funk for being able
He's
to.
from Detroit.
But he also created Ghetto Tech. And so Ghetto Tech was grabbing techno with Ghetto House. Ghetto House
I've never heard of
plus
that.
techno equals ghetto, and it's a Detroit style.
Yeah.
It's huge in Detroit. Ghetto Tech
Really?
is
Ghetto Tech
massive. And so it's called Ghetto Tech, and no one denies it. He doesn't run around saying, "Oh, we created that." No. He says, "No, we came from Chicago, Ghetto House, all the Dion's and the Sluggo music influence, Dance Mania, all that was brought from there." I put Ghetto House with techno, and I called it Ghetto Tech.
Yeah.
To this day, it's a well-known fact. And so, like, Be More Jersey, it's very similar. It's got the same 808 kicks, the way it breaks down. They're doing kind of what Funk's doing, but the only difference is a lot of gunshot clickbacks.
Yeah.
And it's
Detroit. Come on.
But it's not Detroit. I'm saying the Be More, the Jersey Club.
Okay.
That has a lot
Yeah.
of influence of the alarm, the sirens. It's very similar to Juke. In fact, I made a mixtape for myself where I have a Jersey Club mix, but it sounds like juke, man.
It does.
100%.
And I could blend that shit, and there's still footwork in the same way. And shouts out, and I'm speaking since you brought that up. Shouts out to DJ Pound and DJ Miracle, because those two guys, they created fucking freestyle and juke music together.
That's right.
Yep.
Pound did do that.
Yep, Pound and Miracle did that at Time to Pound.
The Heartbreak stuff,
Yep,
right?
Yep, and those motherfuckers blew the fuck up. Blew them up, man, for like a good 10 years. And they started doing the Ghost tapes. Remember, they were on there.
Are they still doing the mashups or?
Nah, dude, nah, hell no, they're too old.
Stop, what?
They're too old for that shit. No. Miracle, no. They both.
I
both.
think Pound about to yell at you in this comment in the live stream.
But if they're watching, or if you can reach out to them.
Yeah.
So
Pound's watching.
Pound's on here. Miracle's my business partner, and he's right down the block.
So this is what DJV does. So like, did you show him how I remixed your intro?
Yeah.
So it was a female, right?
Yeah.
Same lyrics, very different style.
Yeah.
So what do we do today? Let's talk about production today.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can grab that style of music, and we can still continue to make it today.
Yeah.
Because we have plugins that allow us to grab the style and just stretch it out and remake it in a way where it can live on. Pound was he doesn't get enough credit, bro.
No,
because he was doing the house freestyle shit.
Yeah, house freestyle.
He was doing house freestyle.
Yeah, house.
That wasn't even.
No, it was juke and freestyle. That wasn't house.
Well, yeah.
And I think
It's hard house,
Miracle,
too.
Miracle,
It was hard house,
it was hard
yeah,
house,
yeah.
But again, it was close to juke.
That technically is a form of house
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
that was never found anywhere else. I mean, this is Pound.
Yeah.
And then
With two Ds.
I made on For the People, I think part 5 or 6. I put a beat over bachata.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally have an entire mix of a beat with bachata. I call it Bachata House. But I got that because DJ Control, back in the day, he was on, I think, on the radio. He played just a regular loop of a kick over bachata.
Really?
So he inspired that, but I took it further. I actually sat there and produced the kicks and the drums and everything else. So
Wow.
like, these are guys, if you're a DJ and you're trying to do something big, what Funk did, what I did, is we grabbed music that was out there and we just use it for ourselves by creating, we would say, remixes. And so we would grab our own kick drums, our own beats, our own imagination, and put it over what was out there. So that style's never gonna die.
Right. Can we can we pause that? Can we listen to his track right now so people can get the sort of idea of what he did to incorporate all that stuff?
Okay.
Because you hear this track, and
No
you're
one's
gonna
heard
hear
this
it.
except for you guys.
Is it okay that we
people
play
tune
it?
in.
Is it
Yeah,
okay?
oh yeah, and
All right, 'cause
and this girl,
we can extract shit, you know that. No.
the team of who's doing the party on Sunday, Stephanie, I believe management for Funk,
Yeah.
Families heard it, and then Cross has heard it as well.
Okay, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, you could go for it.
Here you go.
That shit's hard, dude. That shit's fucking sick.
So this is original vocals with Funk.
Shmoo in the building. What's up, bro?
DJ Funk, DJV, pass the hookah, pásame la hookah.
That was Funk. By
Yeah.
the way, that was Charles.
Pásame la hookah.
I had him speaking in Spanish.
Yeah. Pásame la hookah.
Pass the hookah.
That beat is sick, dude. That bass line is just hard. That shit's hard. Like I said, I got a sub here, bro. That motherfucker's hitting hard.
Pass the love. Let's celebrate. Stop the fighting. Stop the hate. Pass the bottle. Let's get loose. Pass the blunt. Pass the hookah.
That's sick.
Pass the love. Let's celebrate.
This sounds like T-Kid.
Stop the fighting. Stop the hate.
It's racist.
Shut up, Al.
Let's get looser. Pass the blunt. Pass the hookah.
this is like strippers, bro. We don't want to give them the whole thing. This is just a bite, because when it gets released, this thing's gonna hit. So
tune in on Sunday.
Definitely.
Show up on Sunday.
So definitely tune it up. All right, we're good. We're not gonna hear. Yeah, we're not gonna hear.
It's short. It's done. After that's done. That's the cut for the DJ. It's on purpose. Yeah.
No, I know.
So the intro and an outro.
See, and again, that's in the old school formality, because the newer generation doesn't do that.
Nah,
So all the other Fast Eddie did it. I mean, all the juke music, they had the breaks on there, and then it would go into like almost a side B remix if they continued. You know what I'm saying? After that break. But dude, let me tell you something. That is sick. I just BPM'd it right now, and it's at 133. At 133 at 0%, you still got plus 10. I mean, a little bit faster, and you could probably match that up with some shit. That bass line's sick as hell. I love the way you incorporated everything. Like I said, that bass line is more. That's more of an EDM track, correct?
Oh
That's what you're going for.
So what made DJV very different was that, and this is what me and Charles, we vibed on this, bro. Like, we knew how to manipulate our voice. Like, that's my voice added on top. Like, it's like pass the blunt, blast the hookah. Like, it's like, or I could be like really loud, like pump it up. Like, it was very. We were our own voices.
Right.
If you hear his stuff, it's him in every way possible.
Yeah, but
like,
with filters, I mean, you can make anybody sound like whatever you want.
No, but we would like I have a track called YOLO. I purposely sound like Little John. I'm like
I remember that one too.
I can't even do it. I'm gonna like take it. Like, I can't do it now, bro.
Yeah.
I was like shots. Like I'm in it. Like I was actually trying to be like Little John.
Yeah.
And so because in 2012, it was big. Like, you know, he was massive. But like, so I was trying to do like take a drink, YOLO, and I'm like rapping like, I'm just like party till I'm faded, booty percolating, and I'm just like I'm in it. I'm like, so we had this very diverse thing, and in that song, it literally has all of it. Yeah. It's the 808 drum, it's the kick, it's a little bit of Tiesto's wannabe. It's not the business song. Let's get down a bit. So a lot of deep house, ghetto house, and so for ghetto house is 130-ish.
Right.
So 130, 135-ish had to be technically ghetto house.
Right.
And then the second part, when you hear the da 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 da, this reminded me of Booty Clap by DJ Funk. He's like do 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 do. So it's like a lot of stuff going on a track. And so for me, I purposely made it that tempo to show that it wasn't like it's not always fast. 160, 155. It's 130. And I'm dead sure that if Charles would have heard that project, because that he was on the phone and he's like, "How do you want me to say it?" I'm like, "I want you to say this." He's laughing like, "What? Okay, like pasa me la hookah."
Yeah.
Yeah, like bro. And so like it was legit sessions.
Yeah.
During before his passing, but it was on the phone. We're having these conversations, and I'm like, "Yo, can you do this for me?" He's like, "Absolutely, absolutely." It was there was never pushback. Like, how can I make up for whatever happened between the time of you not being in Paris, for example, right? But like that legitimately was a project that we worked on, and there's a lot more. That's just a small amount of stuff that he's given me.
Oh yeah, you already told us.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's an infinite library of unfinished projects that are just sitting there, ready to be produced. And so I never. Now I'm talking to management. Now I'm talking to Stephanie and hopefully Shantae's. She said okay as well that in the future after this event we're going to start releasing music again. But I really want to hopefully, because I never met Sluggo. I never met Godfather, and I should have somewhere in between all this. Again, like I should have met these people, bro.
It wasn't time yet.
Right. And so like I want to be able to come together and say, look, this is original DJ Rashad stuff, original Shy Boogie stuff, original DJ Funk stuff. How can we come together and let's take back what they're doing now, because they're doing it on these new tracks, right? They're using ghetto house, they're using juke, they're using this beat that we created.
So basically it's like, how can we make a kind of like a resurgence with just Chicago artists?
Reborn, bro.
Can I say something without anybody getting upset about this? And I'm not trying to put anything out there like that, but do me a favor, and this goes to the family too. Make sure that shit is copywritten at all times. Unfortunately, with that being said, God forbid, unfortunately he's not here anymore. God rest his soul. But the unfortunate part is there's a lot of fucking snakes out there.
Yeah.
And and that you might entrust, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna turn around, and it's not necessarily them they could turn around and be like, hey, I got the soundbite from this guy. Check it out, and boom, you know, they take the credit, they take the money, and that they run. And you know, you're sitting here with you know, like twiddling your fingers. So just make sure. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about one of the greats of Chicago. I mean, you know, that is a creator. He's a master creator. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want shit?
So
especially some of his original stuff.
I have a DJ Funk question for you, V. So, you know, you work closely with DJ Funk, obviously.
Thank you, George.
And I wanted to pretty much like, how can I formulate this question?
While you think about it, shout out to Curious George.
Yeah, shout out to George. You know George?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And by the way, Curious George,
my boy.
He was because we booked him as a resident at our events on Thursdays. At Wild Thursdays, we had Radio Star and Sangria together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were that guy?
Yeah, I was that guy.
Oh, okay, you're an asshole. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
And so, but he is Curious George with a G, right? A CG.
Yeah.
My friend, who I started North Star with, he originated. He was named Curious George, but like the monkey, or I don't know how. I don't do logistics, George. Okay, I'm sorry, but my friend, he made North Star. We were sitting down like this, us three. It was DJ Chucky, not the producer, but not the producer, but
I know.
He was DJ Chucky. Yeah. And then it was
KG.
George.
KG, he says.
And
he says CG.
Yeah. So CG was my boy. And again, this is no one can claim it. No one trademarked this. So for all I know, there's 100 fucking Curious Georges out there.
There is.
But anyway, but the thing is, he created North Star, and so shout out to George because he's always been supportive of everything we've ever done. And so yeah, I respect George a lot.
That's cool.
But what was your question, bro?
All right. So my question is, and don't really take offense to what I'm about to ask, but
I already did.
I'm taking offense to this to the window. Crack it a little bit.
Sorry, my bad.
Jesus.
So
you know what? The fan.
So
the fan's okay.
So my question for you is, V. So you work with DJ Funk, you know. So with these collaborations and then these tracks that he put out and stuff like that. I think my question to you is, and I think you're the best person to answer this question. Do you think that he didn't get the respect that he did earlier in his career?
Yeah, I think that's another reason why we vibed out. Okay. I 100% believe that they also undercut him. There was like a celebration videos, I think, that were out there. Because I will always follow ghetto house music on YouTube, and there was a lot of interviews where he was not even there.
Yeah.
Or Jam and Gerald. But you don't understand. Jam and Gerald, like, they were like neighbors, bro. Like, it was Funk and then Gerald.
Right.
And so, like, pump that shit. Like, that was one of Gerald's friends, or he knew somebody at a strip club, and he got him to do the vocals. And then he went downstairs to Funk. He's like, hey, Charles, I need you to say this word. And he was the one forcing Charles to be like, pump it, work it. Like, he would actually force it out. And so, like, it comes, while Sluggo, while Dion's doing his thing over there, we have Jam and Gerald over here, Waxmaster, Milton, like, they're working together here. And it's like, but they never really gave Funk 100% all the time. It was this weird debate or conversation. It was always, like, never in the same camp. It's like Tupac, Biggie, bro.
Yeah, everybody wanted credit.
It's the same thing, Tupac, Biggie conversation here. But now, moving forward, I didn't say it, but Billboard, people, look at his death, bro. He's all over the place. Guardian, Billboard.
DJ Mag said something about it.
He's all, but Billboard was the biggest one. And it's like they give him they coined him the Ghetto House, Godfather Ghetto House, or like, Ghetto House is this thing, one of the pioneers. And so it's the magazines gave it to him. It's kind of like saying like the white boy Eminem is the greatest rapper, I guess, because they say an example. But someone, but they coin it, like they give it to these people. Like when it's magazines, and Small Chicago isn't really out there with a bigger voice. It's just it's unfortunate. No, I'm saying like the like us DJs that aren't really up there like that.
I got you.
So like a DJV, for example. So yeah, somewhere in the background, Funk was a lot bigger and greater in some of these conversations, but it was never really there. But he's worked with a lot of people. I think he even said he worked with Michael Jackson.
He worked with a lot of artists, and some of the DJs today, like, some of their influence was on Funk.
Daft Punk said. Daft Punk actually gave DJ Funk credit.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, we were inspired by DJ Funk.
Yeah. Because he was different.
Chris Lake said pretty much the same thing.
He's dope.
He was influenced by DJ Funk.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, for some wild reason, like he didn't get the credit that he deserved early in his career. And I'm like figuring like why?
Because that pisses me off too, bro. And you're absolutely correct what you just said. Because nobody gives you homage until you're gone. And then that's when everything comes to surface. And, oh, well, he did this and he did that. And he was, why can't you give me my praises while I'm here? You
Isn't
know
that scary?
And it's sad. It's sad. Look at what happened to the Beatles. It happened to Elvis. I mean, some of the Michael Jackson.
And it took. And
come on, bro.
And it took. And we kind of had this conversation earlier in previous shows, but like it took like a couple of big hits for Funk to able to travel.
Well, again, he was Chicago-based, and he built something
that shouldn't matter.
No, it shouldn't matter. But he built something that was so unique that it started off like house was already house. You know what I'm saying? It was already established.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He started something.
You about to sound like what's your pronoun on house? Because that's your running joke.
No. Hey, what's your pronoun in house? I'm fucking around.
House?
Yeah, house music. Because there's so many different. You got gospel house. You got acid house. You got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like EDM, and now so now it's like, what's your pronoun in house? You know what I'm saying?
That's actually good, bro. That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, I did, right?
What's your pronoun?
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, what's your pronoun in house?
What's your pronoun in house?
Because you got gospel house, you got acid house, you got deep house, you got fucking clubhouse, you got. I mean, there's so many different now genres. That it just like fucking juke, just like juke. Now you got B More, you got this, you got that, Jersey Club,
Ghetto Tech.
And now they're calling it trap.
I don't like.
And now they're calling it trap.
Yeah, now they're calling it trap.
That was my
music.
point, bro.
They're calling it trap music, but it's juke music. What the fuck?
I don't like to agree with you because.
You're gonna agree?
I said I don't like to because.
Disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up. Because what's up, Fast Eddie?
What up, Rapido? And this is not Fast Eddie.
Because. You say that it's okay. You say that they don't play like
spit it out, boy.
You said they don't play house outside of the Midwest. Outside, you don't hear you don't hear juke. I'm sorry, you don't hear juke music or anything like that outside. Like you can't go to New York and play Percolator. You can't go to Kansas and play.
No, you could probably do it now.
You can't go to Kansas and play Percolator.
Yeah, you get shot.
Shut up. It's pretty much. I feel like it's the same thing. Like I don't think you couldn't play DJ Funk's earlier set like out of state or something like that. It boggles my mind a little bit that we're so as a community in Chicago, like we're so close-minded on certain things you can and cannot play, and you rather
in Chicago. What do you mean?
I'm sorry.
Other states.
Other states. Like we're so close-minded that we can't play certain things out of state because of the crowd reaction.
See, I've actually played fucking DJ Funk's Wax Masters, with the Michael Jackson beat, and just like V said earlier, well, that one with the dude, he had to have known Michael or have had some type of connections because you're talking about biting that track and putting it on wax for how many copies did that track sell?
No idea.
Millions. Guaranteed, it sold millions because again, it had that Michael Jackson beat, which went worldwide. I guarantee. I played that shit in Cancun and they went nuts. I was in Cancun,
he was in Bring It On. I think they sampled one of DJ Funk's songs.
Yeah, it was actually in one of the car scenes. I remember that. I was like, wait a minute, I heard it in the background.
It's just
so like here's actually the interesting part. Of all the DJ Funk stuff, if you play his Freaky Style, if you play his Booty House Anthems 1, if you play like those beginning parts, bro, that still hits to this day. It's the newer stuff that wasn't really hitting. It's kind of like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I their first like
their
couple
first
of albums were good,
Hybrid
and then
Theory,
it kind of just went right.
Yeah.
So, but you can always play Rehab Theory.
Hybrid Theory.
Hybrid Theory, and then
the
you can always do that,
album.
and you're gonna get a massive response. So I think it's I think that's what Charles really saw in me is like you still got that sound, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can flip a switch like this. You can do some Tiesto type of stuff, or you do some like ghetto house mega mix type of thing, and it's really important to know that his stuff still hits, bro. It does,
but it
does.
But like you said, it's like ghetto house. Like it made other artists like Ice Spice, Bad Bunny, Drake. You know, it gave him that influence and stuff like that.
Let's not give them the credit. There was the producers that did it.
I know I'm not giving.
They just threw lyrics over.
Yeah, the producers. You know, they heard the inspiration on the Ghetto House.
And you got to understand.
And that's why
here's one of our producers right here.
Yeah,
that was in the background that didn't get credit. That's why he said Ice Spice. Ice Spice doesn't sit there in a fucking studio.
I know.
She sits there and that sounds good. Maybe I put something over that. She doesn't know how to she probably doesn't know how to make macaroni and cheese, let alone a beat.
I know.
Okay. And half these guys are ghost producers. They put their shit on the internet, and then one of the producers, I like that. I'm going to give you $1,000. Here. But then they're going to make $10 million off of it.
But I bet you, and I'm pretty sure DJV could comment on this, but I bet you the producers that made those tracks for those artists, I'm pretty sure that they heard it because they heard a Ghetto House influence track outside, you know, where they at, like where they're at the club or where they're traveling or something like that. They were inspired by like a Ghetto House track that they heard and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to get at, DJ Funk, you know, he was the godfather of Ghetto House, but it's like, my question is, why didn't he get the respect until later on in his career? That's what I'm trying to get at.
He's getting more than how he's gone, unfortunately.
But what I'm saying is, and I think that really is, I'm glad you said that, because I said I can't rest. Like, you know, when my dad passed, me and him were not cool. So like I didn't respect my dad as for reasons more personal, but like, and I remember telling Funk that I was drunk one day. I called him. I was on the sofa. I was like just venting out all my pain with my dad, and he just began to listen. And he told me his stories about, you know, his children, and he had some pain from something that happened in his life. And I remember like just venting out like about my dad, and just he's like, oh, man, V, like, I really enjoy this conversation. Let's have this conversation more often. Call me whenever you're like this, because it means a lot to me. But man, dude, like, I forgot where I was going with it, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, his...
Oh, no, he was remembered because of why?
No, I'm saying, like, why did it take till, like, towards the...
Oh, yeah.
Later in his career to get him blown up.
That was the point. See, now, because I was thinking about that moment where like Funk was telling me, and in that conversation, he goes, V, I want you to, because he was trying to kind of comfort it. He's like, I want you to know something, bro. He's like, you're like one of the founders. Like, to me, he called him the top three. He goes, there's Dion, which now he's gone. There's me, and then there's Sluggo, and he's like, so these three for sure. Like, and then give props to Gerald. He goes, but V, for you, I'm like, you're like, in my eyes, you are like one of the founders, creators, pioneers of Ghetto House, because you did something to it back when no one else was doing it. Right? Hold on.
No, go ahead.
So the point is, for whatever reasons I was in the background, the question now is like, I'm not going to feel 100% happy until I've done my part for Charles. Like, I'm not, I need to grab that library of music and do something with it, because it was handed to me for a reason, bro. That's what I'm saying. Now is a time to push it out there. Now is a time to get it out there. And yeah, maybe it sucks that it's after, but sometimes you're gonna need a smack in the face to realize that you gotta do something about it, bro.
What did I say?
You need to get hit, bro.
You need to get hit. Number one. Number two, you were blessed, my friend. You put on this earth for a reason. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The flip that you did, okay, and I heard it, and you took and you flipped it in the same formality, and you made it sound different. So you took a painting, and you turned around and you did it in your own view, and it killed it. You still killed it. Because a lot of these remixes nowadays, people can hear it, then you hear them yourself. You'd be like, what the fuck was that? That's disgusting. It's horrible.
I could tell you this, when, you know, I'm growing up DJing, listening to DJV, whether it would be at Radio Star or any other places that he would be playing at, I could tell you this, and he could correct me if I'm wrong, but during his DJ sets, like, yeah, he would play the open format stuff, but then majority of his set would be all of his originals. So
Yeah, so I made mashups. I still have mashups now. So like, if you give me a track right now, I'll take it back to my place and like what I did with your song.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I did.
Right, and that's what I said.
I just grabbed it.
Yeah,
and I just flip it.
Yeah, you flipped it, and you made it sound dope still. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that talent.
Yeah,
Right.
so
I flip it.
He was still trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, I don't know. I can't call it a movement, but he was like trying to like, you know, pretty much keep ghetto house alive. I think.
This day.
Yeah.
And so
during from the time that he was DJing, from where he beginning, like even like I met him through Radio Star days. So when he was DJing, like I said, he was just playing. He was playing to get the crowd going, but like all his set, it was like all originals, and you know he would get the crowd hype because at the time it was juke. But what he's gonna play all his edits and all his flats and stuff like that. So. It's just.
But that's what set him apart from everybody else, right? And because he wasn't playing the originals or playing a remix that was remixed that 20 other DJs have,
and
right?
And
that was a surprise.
And that's where you have a talent, my friend.
I mean, let's say T Kid is headlining. Okay, he's gonna play all the hit. I know he's gonna play all the hit records, but they haven't heard this remix.
I just met this guy, bro. I like him because he don't bullshit. And that's exactly what in my DJ Pound voice with 2 D's. Don't play all the bangers.
Oh my god!
You know, and that's what he does. He's an asshole. He's an asshole like that.
It's expected, and so I think that's.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
The thing is, so
and you be headliner, and he'll go and fucking play all the bangers. Yeah,
it's expected.
No, his set is unexpected.
No, I know.
Because of the edits. Yeah. I already know.
Unexpected.
Like I already know that they're gonna do this. So now I spent Monday, Tuesday, like I spent those days. Again, I had no job. My job was to sit there and make edits. And so like today we kind of have the same format. Like shout out to Boy Genius. He's the first DJ I ever saw at Radio Star who brought in the acapella with the instrumental on a computer though. It wasn't like because I know Nonstop would do it on vinyl, but it had such a long gap. It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
But what Boy J did, he got him instantly, and he would like loop it, and he would start scratching, and he'll was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
And then Metro got that, and then he took it far, and then now that's like a format now. People sit there and take their time to extract acapellas and instrumentals, which
not anymore.
I get it.
Not anymore.
No.
With technology, no. We have stems now, so you could break down a fucking song between the beat, hi hats, and everything right on the fly. It's called stems in Serato, and I'll show you before I leave. I love it.
I DJ'd for a wedding. One of my baby mama's mother got married, and I DJ'd for her wedding, and I have the CDJ that does the stems. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that was badass.
Yeah,
I made remixes on the fly, bro.
Yeah.
So we have that. But my point is like
back in the day.
Yeah, it was different back in the day.
Well, you also got to keep in mind that Nonstop, and again, I've been DJing with Nonstop for years, decades. I mean, you know, he started with K7 back in the day, and TKA and all that stuff, and he was DMX, and well, back in the day, all vinyl, that was really hard to do. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was really hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
the crates.
Yeah, the crates, and not only that, I mean, you know, that was, now it's almost effortless to fucking figure this shit out. You know, because everything's there.
People still do it wrong, bro.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier, I should say, versus back in the vinyl days, because you had to sticker it. You know, put your tracks. You have to have 2 tracks. You know what I'm saying? 2 vinyls to do that. You have to get in and out.
Just double.
Yeah. Now it's all fucking push a button. You know, it's so much easier, and you got AI now too, and that's blowing up fucking the DJ community.
Has Serato done anything with that yet? Or
no, not AI. No.
But so from that perspective, like the whole edits part, even to this day, that's what still makes you a better person, or not person, but like ready for the guy before you.
Yeah, the T kids. Yeah, the T kids. They're gonna play all the we're gonna play all the bangers.
So you have a brand new remix, and so that really is what separates the DJ I'll do it like this remix. Like, whoa, where can I get that? DJ City don't got it. Club Killers ain't got it. No, I got it in my computer.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what really opens it up to like, wow. Speaking about that, so because back to funk, this is where we create the song "Having Sex." So there was we did 4 turntable set. It was funk, and it was me. We were at a 4 turntable set. we went to this. I forgot where. I know the guy tagged me on where after he passed away, and we're in front of this massive audience. And he's like, "V, you ready?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Watch this." I go, "Just trust me on this one." So I put this explosion sound, a long tone, and it's just here. It's almost like what's happening. The crowd's looking around, and then comes Arithmetic's "Sweet Dreams." Do 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 do. The whole crowd erupts because it's like 30 seconds of nothing.
Yeah.
And the first thing out of that speaker is this sound, right?
Right.
And we got Funk going. What's going on? And he's like, "Yo, this is dope, right?
Yeah.
What is this song?" Again, me having the headlining experience at the time. So he goes back and he's like, "Yo," and then I heard some DJ say, "Do you believe in having sex?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hell yeah!" So he's like, "All right, fuck it." So he put that moment with that chant, and he did it himself, and it was just the perfect combination.
Right.
So we put having sex like live. Like, "Do you believe in
Yeah.
having sex?"
Hell yeah.
The whole crowd is like,
that.
well, it was on the spot, right? But that's what made you different. Like, yeah, you got the Sweet Dreams remix, but you got the DJV remix or the DJ Funk remix.
Right.
And so even to this day, and this is real important too on the remix part, he's got remixes from old ghetto house producers. Like, he's got a Hold Up, Wait a Minute remix, DJ Funk only.
Yeah.
He's got a Dion remix, DJ Funk only voice. The thing is, I need to get clearances. I got to get permission that I can release this stuff.
Right.
He's got a whole DJ Saw stuff. What he did is like he grabbed the song and he said it himself.
Yeah.
It's different. It's not the same, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if I grab a Daddy Yankee chorus and I do it myself, yeah, it's me doing it. It probably sounds shitty, but what if it sounds good?
Yeah.
And so you have your own version.
Right.
It's like your own version. It's like you're featured on it without the permission of being featured.
Right.
But it still is.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's what defined DJV when it was the live mixing.
Right.
That's what made DJ Funk is that he had the DJ Funk edits. And
Right.
that to this day is what makes him what he
I
is.
mean, people are going to sample him no matter what, especially here in Chicago. It's just going to blow up. And you know what? Chicago has so many amazing producers right now. I mean, 3J, PW. We got Magic. And Magic's a dope producer. I mean, these guys all produce house music, man. I mean, there's still a lot of guys out there. And unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not a producer, so I don't know how hard it is to get your shit out there. But I know PW and fucking, and 3J. They hit the house. What is that? BPM Supreme or BPM? They hit the list. Beat Source. Thank you. I'm sorry. Beat Source. They hit the list on there. So and there's you gotta understand, dude. I know a lot of fucking producers. I know guys that just sit in their bedrooms and that's all they do is produce tracks. That's it, just beats.
And it's scary because that's the addiction we're talking about too. That they don't even come back to reality because they're still stuck in this world.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
Yeah, Magic said it too. Magic said, "Dude, I could sit in my fucking studio for hours on end, and then by the time I look outside, and you look outside and the sun's out."
Yeah,
so what the
that
fuck?
is scary.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Chicago, and I forgot who said this. I think Nafis said this, or I forgot where I heard this. Somebody was interviewed about like just Chicago house in general, and then ghetto house, right, and ghetto style. One thing that was like really frowned upon, I think, was DJ V-Dub because we booked him as well. Why is Chicago playing R&B and hip hop and R&B? It's number one for house music. It should have been house music the entire time. Why we made house music? Why did we just not play house? Why did we do R&B and hip hop?
Remember what I said to you in the beginning? Remember what I said? I said it's all about the culture. It's all about the culture. It's because that type of house music. A lot of people. I was just talking to another DJ about this. Because he was like, man, I'm going to go to a house club out here. Okay, cool. You find me a house club that's going to play nothing but house music. I know there's Primary, and I know you have, or Primary, right? Primary's still around. And they're but sometimes they have dubstep and trap, but the other trap, GTA, stuff like that. So, I mean,
trap.
It's, unfortunately, and Pamp said it too, man. I mean, unless we're going to start pushing this shit, you know what I'm saying? And it goes, and one of those tracks goes viral, because right now everything's done on the internet. It's not how hard you worked on that track. It's how it's gonna get pushed out there now. And there's so many independent artists out there that it is what it is.
So
you know what I mean?
all right. So
Everybody's an independent artist right now, and you have YouTube, you have Twitch, you have Twitch.
I mean, hopefully I'll snip this part for myself. But a question I get is how did you get distribution? Because it's actually very simple. I don't know. It's almost like Chicago gatekeeps this information for whatever reasons because they don't want them to be on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon. Bro, just go to CD Baby. That's it. Yeah. You go to CD Baby, you give them, you pay the $45, whatever it is, and then you give them an original song, and it gets distributed all over the world. Yeah. Done. You could literally say, Alexa, play DJV YOLO, now playing, and it plays for you. Yeah. How did you do that? I made a song, and I put it on CD Baby. Yeah. Now, is it going to get thousands of dollars? No. But you can get your shit out there.
Yeah, get it out there.
Right.
And then
there's also DistroKid, which I gave a chance to. It didn't work out for me, so I still stick with CD Baby. So like all my stuff is still under that cdbaby.com. Get your stuff out there. So it's not really that difficult. Get it out there.
Yeah, get it out there as long as it's copywritten.
But you know another thing that was talked about during the house culture is that the UK overseas they support each other. Like well, bro, that was a badass beat, Alex. Let me bring it back over here, and oh man, that was dope. Al, that was cool. V, check this out. And then you got your beat, you got your melody, you got my input, my mastering techniques, and we have a whole hit record. They were all cool with it.
Well, I was out in the UK a couple of years ago. They appreciate the music out there. Totally.
Well,
but even the teamwork here, it's like, well, I don't want to give him any credit. Why? Yeah. Why not? Like, give him credit, bro. Who cares? Like, we're a team. We're Chicago. Let's rise. And to this day, bro, there's still haters. That DJ don't want you to be there because of that, or that person doesn't want to be on a track. Like, it's so much. It's almost like, for whatever reasons, these producer DJs want to be the next biggest thing without the help. They want the story of I did it all by myself. That's insane, bro.
The world wasn't built in one day, bro. But it's not by yourself
it's either. Like, I rose to the top, and then what? Yeah. Like and then you got lucky once, twice. But I mean, the thing is, you need a team of people, bro. Like what separated Funk apart from the masses is he was the producer. He was the engineer. He mixed. He mastered. I mix. I master. Like all that I mixed all that shit by myself. I write the lyrics. I rap the lyrics. I put the effects. I put the drum beats. I put the kicks. Everything is us. We are the walking music box. Right. That's what made Funk different. That he is the music box. Right. And so nowadays, Chicago needs to understand that they don't have that same capabilities. Why not come together like they did back in the day? And let's get stuff out there. But now it's not happening, bro. Chicago was always going to have that juice of the hater juice. And I don't even know why, bro.
You know what? And you know, because I was just watching a documentary on O Block. They have a documentary on YouTube on O Block. And in that documentary, because I've never been to O Block, thank God, but I don't, you know what O Block is, right? The projects. That's where all Chief Keef and all these guys came from. And there was nothing, there was all gang violence, dude. They were rapping about how they were killing each other. But guess where trap music got originated from here in Chicago?
Did it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, trap. Yeah. Juke, or that, what do they call that? It's not trap music. What do they call it?
Drill music.
Drill music.
Oh,
yeah.
drill. Oh, yeah.
Garbage.
But
garbage.
UK took that.
Yeah.
And they sure did.
And they're blowing the fuck up.
Blowing it up.
Sure
Drill
did.
is
now
huge
you got,
in UK.
Yeah, now you got artists like Central C and
who?
Central C.
I hate that shit. So I don't even listen to it. I hate it. I don't play it.
You got artists like Central C or Pete and Bass or Wiley. They're really blowing up the UK drill game. That's what they call it over there. I have a question for you, V, and this is gonna lead to another question. When DJ Funk passed away, like how did that really affected you? Because it's like
I'm still grieving, bro. Like the thing is,
the collaboration was like, obviously it was more than that. It was more like,
it was deep, man.
It was more like it's like family.
Man, it was deep. Like, to be honest, like again, I appreciate you guys bringing me here on the pod because of that. It's like I have not grieved. I've not like sat there and been like, okay, accepted. You know, it is. I'm actually grateful that they found me. Stephanie went on my site, found me, told Cross to reach out to me. She's like, he has to be there. Like, and then why? Who is he? Like, why him? And he needs to be there. And so I was honored to be a part of this event. Which means that I know Charles is doing his part. By the way, it's so personal that I remember one time we were having a deep conversation. He's like, V, you deserve to call me Chuck. I'm like, what's Chuck? He's like, that's only people who really know me.
Yeah.
I'm Chuck, V. Yeah. Don't call me Charles. Call me Chuck. Yeah. So that's how close we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I never really had 100% to like just let it all out. He said a lot of personal things I can never.
No.
But it was real, like whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know you suffered that much. Yeah. You know, I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know you went through all of this shit.
You know what? That drives me crazy too.
Yeah.
Because everybody looks at the outside in, and nobody would ever understand. Look, Kurt Cobain, you know, stuff like that. Some of the greatest people that actually, unfortunately, are no longer here. And no, everybody. Oh yeah, you're spoon fed everything. No, you don't understand what the fuck I had to go through.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I slept in my car for fucking months, or I did this, or I did that. Or I was, starving, and nobody wanted to help me out. But now that I made it big, now you want to be here for me? Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. When he passed away, I was going through my text messages because I text him, "Are you there?" But the thing is, right before he passed, he kept changing his phone number. Mm-hmm. Like he had I have him DJ Funk 1, DJ Funk 2023. Like I have different numbers from him. Like, yo, what happened, right? But the last text message was last year. He texted me, "Hey V, you available?" And I said, "Nah, I go not now. I'll call you tomorrow." My daughter was born, like my newest, 2 days after that. Right. So my world again, like if I was able to leave the nightlife for my first daughter, imagine my fourth daughter.
Yeah.
I want to be there with my family. Yeah. Like I want to focus on being a dad, and so I didn't call him back. That's a regret I got. Maybe he was gonna tell me something different. Maybe there he would have said something to me. And so it's a lot of regret. I had screenshot the time and everything. I was like to my wife, look at this. This is how close it was. Like, should I have called him?
There's a reason. There's a reason why you didn't. There's a reason why you didn't.
Right.
There's a reason why. We're all puppets in this world, bro.
Right. And so I will not be satisfied until I've done my part. I have a library of stuff and that has to be put out there.
And that was my next question.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you're explaining right now. Because of this, I feel, and I don't want to put the pressure on you, sir, but
too late.
Shut up. I feel like there is like I feel like there is there is a pressure for you to keep, ghetto house music alive. And because you worked with funk, and like you said, it was like family, and you guys were talking, you guys collaborated with a whole bunch of tracks. You said it yourself that you have a bunch of like tracks that you worked on and unreleased tracks and stuff like that. But I feel like, I mean, he was the godfather of ghetto house. So I do you feel like it's like a responsibility for you to keep ghetto house music alive?
Yeah. So my heart is pressing it hard, bro. It's saying,
because that's a lot.
It's like so let's go real quick to the spiritual part. So we got deep into religion, and I was like, Chuck, you believe in God? He's like, of course I do. Mm-hmm. And he's like, V, he goes, you want to hear something crazy? I was like, what happened? He goes, I made a song for God. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. You gonna give me some religious stuff? He's like, no, check this out. So he played. It was this. The song was so techno, acid, psychedelic, melodic. It wasn't even like. I was like, what am I listening to? Yeah. He's like, that's God, bro.
Yeah, that's God.
It's not gonna be like straight through. It's gonna be it's gonna be magical.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, bro.
And it's like the mamas and the papas. You listen to them, and they talked about God in their music, and it's just weird. It's some psychedelic shit. But
it was melodic. There was no words.
Right.
It was just beats, and I was like, what is this, right? So spiritually, man, I'm not going to rest until I've done my part, and I've put together, I want to talk to the management, talk to family, and say, this is what I got. Let's get it all out there. When I'm emptied out, I got nothing else, then I'm peaceful then. Until then, that's why I mentioned my dad earlier. There's no strive from, like, I don't have the same passion that I have right now for Charles.
Yeah.
Period. Like, God gave me this for a reason. You're here for a reason. You saw the upbringing. You worked with Shy Boogie. You worked with Rashad. You worked with funk. You saw every little aspect of house music transitioning from the mixes all the way to ghetto house, booty house, hard house, the freestyle house, bro. It's a very specific reason, and I'm not gonna stop until I get everything out there, and then I will rest myself, bro. So you'll know it. You'll know because I say I'm at peace. Until then, I have a lot of work to do. And when he passed away, immediately I went downstairs because I have a whole studio downstairs. Redid opened up the folders, got the hardware out, began to plug things in. I told my wife, from this time to this time, I'm in the studio. I'm not existing. That's it. And if you can't do it, it is what it is. Because I really have a passion here, and no one else is gonna keep that passion moving forward. I know how the fire starts. I know the formula. It's a very specific formula. He gave me every instrument that I need to produce ghetto house music. He gave me vocals, acapellas, libraries, samples. I'm not stopping. And he gave it to, of all the people, he gave it to me because he knew that I was not going to just stick to like the basic old school 96, 98 dance mania style. It was going to go farther.
Yeah.
Because that version I showed you, that's the house version. You haven't heard the trap version, bro. You haven't heard the juke version. That version is not just one version. It's 3 versions. And I want to release the EP of Pasta Hookah of all 3 versions that I'm creating with his vocal. Bro, it's not going to stop. Like my brain and my heart, really my spirit will rest when I go, Charles, I've done my part. Kind of like a son to his dad. Dad, I've done everything for you. I'm now at peace. I'm not there yet, bro. Yeah. I'm not at peace yet. Yeah. So I will do everything possible. And I'm so blessed to have management and family who I'm in contact with now, because now there's really no red tape. Yeah. It's a green light moving forward.
Right.
Okay. I think you answered Gio's question because he posted a comment. He posted a question saying that what are your plans going forward, what he'll do with the gifts given to him, and with the tracks, and then when the time comes, of course, when the life steers him in the direction.
He just said it.
He just answered the question.
He just said it.
He just answered the question.
Out of dude, and again, there's no explanation of why, I don't know him like that, so I'm gonna call him the God's given name is Funk.
Charles.
I'm not gonna call it. I'm not gonna call him Charles. I don't know him like that. I respect him as Funk. That's respectful,
yeah.
I respect him as Funk. For somebody to do that and give you that I don't have that clearance. So I respect him. So as far as Funk is concerned, he gave this to you because again you said it. I mean, he trusted you. He entrusted in you, and he gave it to somebody that is gonna take it to the next level. Like I said, the shit you did on that track, and the shit you did for on the flip on that one, brother, you got a fucking talent, my friend. You got a talent that's recognizable. First of all. Because there's a lot of producers out there that they just thief shit off of everybody else, man. They're not unique in creating their own brand. And that's exactly what Funk did. He created something that was unheard of. And he made it go boom. And, I mean, and they're using samples and everything now. It took, 15 years? But you got the newer, because, again, they're starting to run out of music to make, and sample. So, of course, they're going to start looking at samples, going back to all types of different music,
I remember.
Does that make sense?
I remember, and I think I told you the story about this, when they had that festival in Detroit, at Tuxedo Junction, I think, and DJ Funk was on the flyer, along with Bad Boy Bill. And, I remember, someone took a video, obviously I was in there. I remember they used my equipment because they rented out the equipment for that festival. And it was him alongside Bad Boy Bill. And the crowd was just like, they were just like amazed at his set. This was like 2020.
You got two goats sitting next to each other, of course. Yeah. I mean,
but it's just, I'm going back to the whole ghetto house. It's just that it's just mind-boggling to me that the whole the ghetto house movement didn't blow up earlier until later. It's just just mind blowing to me.
It's funny.
It boggles my mind.
It's funny how this whole industry works because
and we're all like V said, we're all one. We should be all be a united front in terms of stuff like that.
That would be God's green earth if one guy could turn around and post this thing on Facebook, your track that you just made, and all Chicagoans, from all the DJs from Chicago just sit there and play it and give that homage, to that one person, and that's what's gonna help. Again, it takes a community to raise a child.
I haven't been a part of the nightlife and the industry in such a long time.
Yeah, but you're the producer.
Right.
Without you, we're not DJs.
Right. So I mean, just a question on that though. Is that still around? And if it is, why is there so much hater still going on? Like it didn't work, bro. The formula, but Chicago mainly, right? Like. Can you just show up to the nightclub and perform? No, the person's kind of upset that you're trying to take a spot, or you're, like there's always this struggle of like, don't take my spot, know your lane, you don't belong here, or like you didn't book me, and so now I'm gonna come back and make my own parties. Like there's this almost like combative.
It's so much.
There's a lot of backstabbing.
But
It's
why,
so
though?
much politicking
Where does that come from,
in the industry. It's like so unexplained right now that I can't even. It'll be. It feel
Miami
I feel
too. Miami's like that. Everybody wants that limelight.
I feel like it could be. That would be like a long story, a long discussion in terms of the politics, especially in Chicago.
You know what?
Because Chris Lara said it. A whole bunch of other DJs said it. Nito said it too. It's like Chicago. Everyone's out for themselves in the city of Chicago. Why?
That's my question. Like, what are you trying to attain?
Cross commenting, he said it's all about who you know.
It's not even about that, because even with who you know,
it's politics too, because you know somebody. Like, for example, some of the guys on the radios. Here's a great example, right? House music was still out there. We should have had a ghetto house produce. We should have had Dion on B96. We should have had Sluggo. We should have had a DJ Funk, but it never happened. No,
it never happened because it wasn't that genre that they were pushing.
Right, but exactly. There's like this very political thing, and you can't get on there. And the only reason why you're on there is because you were at my wedding, and because you know that person who was my best man. Like, what the fuck? So you're not even on there from cred, my guy. Yeah. You're just there because you know ABC. Yeah, right. Wow. How do I be a part of that? Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. So now you guys have your own little fucking clique.
Yeah.
And so I can't be a part of your clique.
That's what it is.
And it's not fair. It's like that. So it's like
it's a secret society.
Right. Well, not even that. They're a fake society trying to become this dominant force, and then at the end of the day, they're just shitting on themselves. They're holding back so much talent, bro.
But the unfortunate part is when you have that big of a push behind your back, what else is there to do? Just to push, and they're going to push whatever they want. Proper, just like, unfortunately, right now with the media. You got fucking media lying about politics right now, and people are believing this shit. I mean, it is what it is. It's a funny story. I just got on TikTok and everybody's laughing because I know, TikTok's been around for 10 years now. But I just got on and started DJing TikTok, and one of the guy who's teaching me how to do it, shouts out to Sketch. But he's new into the DJ industry, right? And he's only been doing this for about 3 years, but he got good really fast. So he's doing TikTok, and people are coming into his room, and he just told me a story about an old Chicagoan that's on TikTok right now. And he was like, oh, you're from Chicago, everything is cool. And now all of a sudden this fucking one DJ is hating on him out of the blue for no fucking reason. It's like, dude, and then Sketch is, you don't understand, Sketch has no filter. He turned around and told him to go fuck himself.
He has a short temper, but
yeah, he's got a short temper and no filter. Go fuck yourself. I don't know why you're hating on me right now. I did nothing to you, but if this is how you want it, this is war. It's fine. But he's got no problems with anybody else. Why was it that one DJ on TikTok with 10 billion people on there gonna hate on that one DJ because he's from Chicago?
It's because they want to do it, but they never.
He's doing the same thing you are.
Right.
He's doing the same thing you are.
There's a lot of jealousy, man.
It's what the fuck, and that's exactly what he said, because this guy started talking shit because some of his, because we have moderators, came to his page. When he, it's kind of like, you having your promotion group going to another party besides promoting. They're only supposed to be going to yours. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to do that. But Chicago, and every DJ says it. You want to make it out there, you go and you pay respects to those that party, that crew, that DJ, and pay attention. See what they're doing. But it's not really like that, because sometimes you're gonna get into that position. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, some of these fucking guys are dicks, and they're gonna fucking use you. That's all you're gonna be used. You're gonna be used as a driver or whatever, pillow, whatever. Fucking, they're not gonna pay you shit. But and then you're not gonna get any homage out of it.
Chicago's jealousy is why we're being
together.
We're being taken over by Little Uzi Vert putting that beat out there.
It's just on the rock.
And we're like, that's juke, and we get no credit. Chicago didn't get credit for that.
We didn't get credit for house music from the own mayor of Chicago.
Okay, that's another story. That's a whole nother story.
But this just goes to see exactly what.
It's jealousy, though. It's a jealousy factor, and I think that any DJ getting into the industry, even now or moving forward, it's a jealousy factor. I'm saying it now because even every time I hear the word like the Godfather of ghetto house, a part of me says Dion too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, wait a minute, it's Dion, it's funk. You know, like it was the Dick and Balls.
I don't give a fuck.
It was the ghetto shit that kind of it was South Side, West Side. I have to say, like, in my mind, but in their minds, like, well, nah, hell no, it was all me, or it was always me. Like, but that's how DJs are, though. They're always like, I'm the originator of that, or I'm not gonna let you shine. That was my idea. But why are we so jealous, bro? Yeah. I never got that, bro. I never really understood. So when I left the nightlife, I thought it was because it was promotion crew versus promotion crew versus promotion crew.
Oh no!
But now it's like it's the DJs are still doing this shit for what?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that.
They're not stealing. They're not stealing your money, bro. Like what are you so jealous of? Okay, he played in River North. You didn't. So what? Shut up. Is this him?
No. Sometimes. Only on the weekends.
He played at Scores while other people were playing at, like, you know,
Chuck E. Cheese. He did that too. He was a rat from Chuck E. Cheese. He did it in high school. So we can't use Chuck E. Cheese. No, but you're absolutely correct. I mean, I look at the next DJ. I don't give a fuck if you're coming in, if you're new to this, or that's why we did this podcast. Is we respect everybody, and dude, we've gotten disrespected. I've gotten disrespected. I've lost fucking friends that I've had for fucking decades. Why? Over jealousy.
Because you guys have a platform.
No. It's not even about that. It's because you're my friend. You're gonna think that I'm gonna bring you to the top with me.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
No, we're not gonna do that, bro. You're gonna work. You want it. You go work just as hard as I did. Because you're not gonna ride my fucking coattails. Why? And that's what they want to do here. They want to ride the big guy's coattails and get put into the fucking nightlife and get into fame, and then they can't handle it when they do get there. You understand what I mean? It's fucked up. It's a whole different, plethora of bullshit that goes on. But you're right. It's all about hating at the end of the day.
DJV, it's been a pleasure.
No, we're not done yet, bro. Hell no. Hell no. We're not even close to being done, bro.
What you mean?
Hell no. We got about another 2-3 hours set.
Shut up. No, we don't.
Dude, this guy, let me tell you something, bro. I think we're gonna have to bring me back for round 2.
You took the words out of my mouth. We're definitely gonna bring DJV back.
You know what?
In the future. I just have a couple questions. Well, what? No, you said you had something. What?
I have a big idea right now. And it's it's sad to say it, but it's only the old schoolers that want to collaborate. I haven't the new guys. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah. They never call back. They don't want to do shit. Okay, I got you. So fuck you. You know what? You want to play games? I want to collab. And I want to put a team together because you have enough talent, and I know these other guys that have fucking talent, and I think that if Chicago could come together and do something like back in the day, remember
Funk
when
would have loved that too.
Right,
Yeah,
back in the day, remember when Ice Cube and after NWA broke up, Ice Cube came back, Easy E came back. They had fucking a bunch of guys came to collab on one track, and everybody got along. Remember for the gang violence over in California,
right?
After all that shit, and they came and that shit, and these guys were all pretty much. That was it. They were retired. They brought this shit back out, and they boomed.
Absolutely, man.
I think that's what Chicago's missing right now is a big collab.
DJV, it's been a pleasure.
We're not done yet. He's tired. He worked all day.
I'm not tired.
He worked all day.
Not-
He got called
I'm
into
not
work.
tired. Before we get out of here, V, real quick, what can we expect on Sunday? I'm reposting the flyer on Sunday.
Thank you, Sue. We love you. We miss you, Sue.
So Sunday, this a celebration, celebrating the life of DJ Funk. This coming Sunday at Park West in the Lincoln Park area. What can we expect on Sunday? This coming Sunday.
Depending on how long they give me, I'm hoping for an hour. If they give me half of that, it's fine. But what I'm doing is I opened up Jukalicious, the entire album, and DJ Funk put in because he was trying to make it for himself as well, like some of the samples he was trying to redo. So I'm gonna reopen Jukalicious. I'm gonna put Funk over my voices, so like because I had him do my stuff because I wanted him to be a part of that project. So I have him saying the majority of the phrases that were like on the album itself. So like Chicago motherfuckers, like, he said that shit, and it sounds crazy, right? So it's gonna be Jukalicious DJ Funk version. Never ever, bro. This is gonna be brand new. I have 30 minutes of stuff that I made, and it's some of his chants that I'm gonna put over, and so we're looking at a full either 30 minutes of Jukalicious DJ Funk version or a whole hour of like a roller coaster from because you saw that 130 BPM, and I'm an open format mentality, so I'm going to be doing Juke 160, bringing it down to 130, going into Mumbaton with some like hard DJ Funk, because again we have phrases galore, and bringing it right back up, so it's going to be this ride. You're going to have a mega mix, a mega mix like you've never heard before. It's going to be mass. I'm excited for this because I'm putting my heart is like opening up. I told management that if this is good, this could be Booty House anthems for, and then gifting it to them and saying, take this and do what you need to do with it, because this is brand new. This is not like ever before, and this is all inspiration because of Funk. Charles' his voice is gonna be all over it. So it's gonna
God
be something
does everything for a reason.
brand new, man. It's gonna be. I'm super excited for this, and anyone who's seen me DJ at the big like Nicky nightclubs or like when I was at Mansion,
I remember Nicky's.
I go in, my edits go hard.
I remember
it's
Nicky's.
like Hardwell, then it goes into like some TSO type of stuff, and then it goes into like it could do like a Latin vibe. It could be a Don Omar when he had Danza Crudo. Like it's like this very roller coaster. It's gonna be a show, 100% show.
That's why we get along. He's just like me. I'm all over the board. I'll go from bachata to fucking, drop it to 74 BPM and then go up.
And the thing is, and I can get on the microphone.
Yeah.
I can rock the crowd, and I can scratch. It's a show. It's not like just one song. I'm going to put my entire, this is DJV. This is what Funk gave me. This is brand new to you. This is brand new to me. This is going to be a show for him. So I'm going to celebrate his life the way I know how to do it. By giving him some.
You don't understand what you just said. You do not. You're not listening to yourself. But the way I heard it was, you have somebody that created something that was gifted to somebody else that is also a creator. That's going to bring something that I started and bring that legacy to the next. So that's
you heard the intro of Jukalicious.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it says
That's sick as fuck.
It says there's a legend, Funk,
and there's
a student.
Student, right?
V's the student. Yeah.
Not anymore. He's now, hey, dude, we look at each other as equals.
So
no matter how big you are.
So not only V will be in the building, we also got DJ Godfather, Traxman, Slogo, Gatman, John Simmons, Gene Hunt, Jammin' Gerald, Cross, DJ Spin, Ryan B. I haven't seen Ryan B. DJ Gordo,
wow.
Kevin McSwain, and Frankie Vega. They're all going to be in the building this coming Sunday at Park West. 322 West Armitage in Lincoln Park. Tickets are available still on the Access app or also on access.com. Just search DJ Funk, and tickets are still available. $20 at $20. All the proceeds goes to Shantae Chambers.
I got to make a confession right now, man. And no disrespect, but when I heard your mixtape, and I turned around and I looked at your picture obviously on the flyer. I turned around and told Alex TK, I said, dude, I would have never have guessed this guy to be a juke DJ at all.
He did say that.
You look like a Latin, like somebody that plays Suavemente, shit like that. Just sticks to the, the 720s, the fourth floor, all Latin nights.
DJ Puerto.
Yeah, right. One of those.
Yeah.
That's what you look like, bro.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed. If I would have met you and you would have been like, I'm a juke DJ. Like, Pound would have walked up to me. If I don't know Pound, I would have been like, yeah, okay, take your Garth Brooks somewhere else.
You should have met Shy Boogie. He looked very, like, he had a...
No, I know Shy. I've met him back in the... Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely correct. I mean, but never judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Because you're a beast. You're a monster, and you got a blessing, bro.
Thank you.
So take it and run with it and do what God put you on this earth to do.
2 more questions, V.
Oh, now you want to go extend the show.
2 more questions.
It was a joke, man. God damn.
What is in the near future for V?
That I'm going to try and do. Well, there's just 2 things. One is focus on getting as much ghetto house, booty house, juke music, everything that I have to there's no more, and go, okay, there's no more. So that's number 1. The second part is I've never stopped producing. You guys haven't even heard.
I said
so I produced and write music. So I have rock, dark blues, reggae. I make music, and I guess I'll show you guys maybe for the next time, but we'll talk about just production in general, because there's a couple of things that we can do to put it out there. But I make a library of stuff, man. Like, I'm never gonna stop making music. For it specifically, though, it's the album of like my own original stuff, like rock and almost like a theater, like we'll say like a play or like a Broadway type of musical. It's very powerful stuff. I wrote it all and I performed it all.
That's dope.
And then we have the DJ Funk thing. But that right there, when he passed, it kind of went zoom spotlight.
Yeah.
So we got to get on it now. Yeah. Like right now, boom, boom, boom.
Something's pushing you to do this.
Ready. You got to go now.
Something's pushing you to do this.
Something. Yeah. When it happened, massive spark. It's like, yo, wait a minute, and I'm just like, okay, I need to move now because there's a momentum, and if you're serious about collabing. We all got connects, by the way. Like, if I make a song, I give it to you, or we make a track, or we come together, and then we give it to the right heads all over the industry, mad support, dude, it's gonna blow up. So, but I'm not looking at it as like, but because we're gonna make money or become rich.
No. It's the love.
It's love.
It's the love of the game.
It has to be because whatever they're doing over there in the UK worked. They're all friends, bro.
They love the
they're
music
all friends.
out
Like
there.
Afrojack is bringing out Guetta and Sia, and they're all together on the stage celebrating. And I'm like,
love the music out there.
how are they still coming together and we're still hating on each other, bro?
Yeah.
So like that would be the future. For right now, number 1, DJV, making that ghetto shit, that booty, that EDM,
that booty percolating.
that trap.
I'm just listening to that track that you did,
that music. Where I'm gonna do, like you heard the beat. For me, I would say that's inspired by also some of the let's get down to business Tiesto type of vibe, deep house, Chris Lara, and by the way, I saw he was on there for a little bit. Hearing him DJ inspired me because he plays some fucking deep house records that I'm like,
Chris
that
Lara's
shit's
a beast.
bad, bro.
It's dope.
So again, he didn't make the music, but when he played, he inspires. So DJs continue to be inspirational because your set inspires me. Yeah. That's what made DJV work with funk. That his mix technique inspired me to create music that sounded like his mix, even though it was all originally me. That's how it came from. So keep mixing, man.
And
thank you.
Well,
we thank you.
Thank you. I think you answered my next question I had was, any last words?
I know you're not going to die.
Shut up.
Oh, it's all unity, bro. I know there's... I don't want to leave people thinking that I don't appreciate entire house movement from the beginning, like from Frankie Knuckles down to, doing the warehouse, where it came from. There's D-Man, there's Gantman, there's Traxman, there's Sluggo, there's Dion, like so many people, Milton, Jam and Gerald, all these individuals. Don't ever think for 1 second that I don't know what you've done for house music. Don't think that I'm saying funk is the reason why we have what we have today. I respect each and every single person, all of you, even Hausman, who there's record labels that put people on, Pamp, right? Is it Fast
Eddie, Tyree Cooper, Sundance, White Knight,
Tyree, right?
Yeah.
With that ass,
Yeah.
give me that ass. Like, bro,
Make You Dance to the Boomer System,
I mean,
White Knight,
Poogie,
Poogie, yeah,
Hard House Cats, DJ Bam Bam, Alex Peace.
yeah. Shouts out to them. Yeah, Brian Bosher.
Don't ever think that, like, I know every single outlet that put me here, and I want you to not think for 1 second that I'm giving somebody more credit than others.
Right.
Let it be a place of unity. Like, we have to come together if it's possible, because I'm sure DJ Funk would have loved to have everybody come together and do some ghetto shit or some juke shit or some freaky shit or some dance shit. The reason why we're having a celebration is because he didn't want the sadness. He wanted a party. So this Sunday, let's party. Let's party for funk. Let's party for ghetto house. Let's party for life.
For the life in general.
And
life
moving
the
forward,
music.
bro, I ask that if any, like, you want to collab, if you're dead serious, I'm the kind of guy that if you hit me up, I'm available.
Yeah.
I am available. Especially when it comes to music, I'm 100% available. I'm the kind of guy that would do things for people and they don't call me back after I make tracks. Okay?
Right.
Or I do something and they do nothing with it.
Yeah.
I have people to this day who got remixes that I've made and they've done nothing with it. And if you heard it, you'd be like, that's badass.
Yeah.
So let's collab. Let's come together. Know that your impact on house music in Chicago is still there. I'm not turning like a blind eye to any of you guys.
Right.
My door is wide open and I'm ready to work.
That's what we need, man. That's what we need. That's what we need.
One last.
The love.
What?
The love. Like Black Eyed Peas said, where's the love?
Where is the love? One last question, DJV. I'm sorry, I had to bring this up. When you had me on your show, the DJV show, at the end of the, I told Al I was going to ask this question.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
The answer is yes.
No.
No.
He was going to ask you to marry him.
No, I wasn't. No. when you had me on your pod back in, I forgot when it was, the DJV show, I asked you what happened. That's not the question I'm not asking. That's not the question I'm asking you. But Jukalicious Side B. When's that out? When's that coming?
Well, now you saw I'm ready to work.
Okay.
I'm ready to
Side
work,
B's
man.
in the works right now.
Side B.
I mean,
Side B's
I
in the
already
works.
have it complete.
Mm-hmm.
I need permissions and clearances.
There was one more question I was going to ask.
I brought my drive, but dude, when I loaded it, it was empty. I have all my.
You know why?
I was gonna give you the
'Cause
drive, bro.
It's not time.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, I
It's
know.
not time. He doesn't want to
I thought about the
release
same
yet.
thing too, bro.
He
but
doesn't want to release yet.
I have like I have a whole bunch. I was gonna I'm gonna gift them all this ghetto stuff, and I'm like,
Dude, speaking of gifting, bro, thank you for the records, bro. He gave me some personal records with funk and stuff on it, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man.
Now
So,
you know.
I got
So
some
let
stuff
me
here,
see
bro.
real quick. So this was Booty House Anthems 2. Having Sex was on here,
Yeah.
which you can't remember. You showed
He doesn't
it.
have needles though. He can't.
And then this was our he made Funk Records, his first record ever, because he picked up Dance Mania, and this was his first. It's DMR 1001. This is
Damn.
DJV Oligo. So I was DJV Oligo.
Damn.
And so like that was the first record I was ever on.
Thank you.
After this release, he asked, change your name, okay?
Those
and
are
then
actually
and
going
then
up
and
on
then
the
this
wall.
was before we released the actual album. This was the white label.
Yeah.
That's his font. He called me
crazy.
DJ Vic. He didn't want to release Vialgo.
Yeah.
So he called me DJ Vic, and again, my name is DJV because we sat down after the release and said, "You gotta change your name, bro."
Right.
So
Yeah, like
Now
I
you
said, it
know-
sounds Italian.
now-
Sounds Italian.
Now this is a sign for you because you brought out all that wax right there.
Yeah,
And I told you you should do an all vinyl.
I am.
So now this.
And
is,
this is a sign. This is
and
definitely a
now
sign
this is your
because
sign.
actually I was just talking to Sketch, and my next TikTok is going to be an all vinyl set.
I have, by the way, I have a whole bunch of crates of vinyls. I don't use them.
I'll
So
come
on
through
the
more.
next show, I'll bring them all.
Yeah, definitely, man.
and DJV will definitely be back for a next show.
For sure. For sure. As a matter of fact, we'll be talking sooner than that. So before you leave, I need your number.
Okay.
So I got an idea, and I think this will collab. We need to collab, like we said. Everybody's got to come together as one and be on the same page in order for it to go. You know, to boost. You know, because one person is yelling. What does Envy say? One person on the expressway, running down the expressway, he's a crazy. But you have 1,000 motherfuckers running down the expressway. It's a marathon.
There you go.
I'll never forget that. I always think that's the
Good,
stupidest thing. It's actually smart. So shouts out to Envy on that one. Shouts out to Envy.
What? My
Yeah,
bad.
that's
My
it.
bad.
Hey,
I hit the wrong
he
button.
one up you, bro. He one up you, but hey, Mr. V, we appreciate it, bro.
Thank you,
Seriously, we do.
DJV.
We
It's
do.
been a pleasure.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I am so
Hey,
happy.
I just met this guy today, man, and I feel like I can call him family.
I'm
And
so happy.
99% of the people that I have in my life are all family.
So happy that you came on the show. We're definitely going to be a part 2 definitely a part 2 coming very, very soon. Very, very soon.
And definitely, when you're done with this stuff, man, I mean, you know, you want to tag us on Facebook or something like that, just so we can help promote the stuff. We'll get it out there.
I already have a post coming later on this week for Sunday. So, and then Jay Nandez actually wants to know if we're going to be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there. So we'll
I
ride
got you.
together.
Yeah,
We'll be there, and
I got you.
we'll show out. We'll
I'll
show
pay for
support.
parking.
Okay.
You pay for the door. I'll pay for parking.
Okay. All right. All right.
And then dinner's on V afterwards.
That man gotta go home.
Yeah, right. We all gotta go home. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Sunday.
Good. It's Sunday fun day.
Yeah.
DJV, thank you again.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Seriously.
you again.
And thank you for coming and talking, some deep stuff with us, man. It's not
I
easy.
appreciate it.
It's not easy. It's not easy, and we appreciate it because we get to see, the downfalls. Not everything, again, looking out of the window, you know what I'm saying? You look at DJ Funk, you look at any of these greats and everybody's be like, dude, that guy's untouchable. He's always had a great life. Nobody knows the background of how much shit you had to deal with. Same thing with Pam. You know what I'm saying? It just, God put you in certain situations for a reason.
I told this man that, I told Al that and I told him for a couple of days that we're going to have a good conversation with V. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah, no shit. There's going to be a part 2, part 3. There's going to be another Jaws movie.
This is going to be the beginning.
And Friday the 13th, bro. It's going to be all the way. We're going to have fucking V in space. DJing in space.
So, again.
Live from Mars.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, bro. Hey. It's almost happening. Thanks, Mr. Mosa.
All right, V.
Yeah, seriously, man. This was an honor.
Thank you
This was
so
an honor.
much
Thank you, bro.
for hopping on.
And
we appreciate it, V.
Yeah, please.
And again, this coming Sunday, guys, the celebrating the life of DJ Funk. This coming Sunday, April 6th at Park West in Lincoln Park over 322 West Armitage. Tickets are available. I pinned it in the comment at access.com. Search DJ Funk. Tickets are $20 at the door. All proceeds goes to Shantae Chambers. Again, we got DJ Godfather, DJ V, Traxman, Slogo, Gatman, John Simmons, Jammin' Gerald, Gene Hunt, DJ Cross, DJ Spin, Ryan B, Gordo, Kevin McSwain, Frankie Vega. They're all going to be in the building on Sunday. Doors open at 5 o'clock. To get your tickets, and I suggest getting your tickets ASAP because I have a feeling it's going to be a freaking party.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be.
Did you see the lineup?
Yes, I see the lineup.
Did you see the lineup?
It's gonna be a party.
Did you see the lineup?
Okay, I've seen the
Not
lineup.
only that, we're going to celebrating a brother's life.
Exactly. It's gonna be a
Not
party.
only an idol, but a brother.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be in the building. So get your tickets now. Again, I pinned the comment. I pinned the link on the comment to get the tickets. So, V, we definitely have to bring you back.
Definitely for sure.
Definitely gonna have to bring you back.
And
So,
to the family, to you and all the friends and close relatives, to DJ Funk, our deepest condolences and thoughts and prayers are with you always. And celebrate this man's life.
let's do it. Let's do
Make
it.
it happen.
Let's do it.
Make it happen.
Again, thank you guys for tuning into the podcast here. Check us out every single Monday. Check us out on your favorite streaming platforms: Apple, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and the Anchor app. Check us out live every single Monday on Facebook at The Industry DJs, also on YouTube and Twitch at The Industry DJs.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't wait until somebody's gone. Make sure that you give them the homage when they're here. You understand? That really pisses me off the most. That they'll get the most homage when they're gone. That they can't reap the benefits. You understand?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people put their hard work, their life into this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So
To the words of Peter Ramos, support your local DJs. To the words of I'll do it like this.
Stay safe, stay vigilant. I almost vigilant.
Stay vigilant.
Yeah,
guys.
stay vigilant, man.
And
we love you.
we will see you guys next week. Thank you guys again. Thank you, V, for joining us.
Thank you, bro.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.
Shouts out to